It's Friday, July 17th, 2026. Start off, as we typically do, by letting you know if you'd like to support our show, you can go to supportourshow.com. And I should have checked on this before I started recording, but why start being professional now? Let's see. I believe, unless I am completely incorrect, which I could be. Hold on. Oh my God, I have to scroll through so many things to find these. Hold on. Maybe not. Actually, no, I'm pretty... Well, I guess I should find out for sure. I'm pretty sure I saw it posted. Hold on a minute. I think that the Media Club episode on the Fifth Element is now on the public channel for... Oh my God, this... You know what? This is as a small tangent, because why not? This is one of my problems with... One of my problems. I have many problems. This is an issue specifically that bothers me about the fact that now everybody clips even their YouTube videos into these bite-sized chunks. These 2, 3, 4, 5-minute things. It makes it... By the way, we will never do that. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. I don't care if it gets more views. I'm not doing that.
Because like
then you go to channels...
Podcasts will break up their show into like little 5-minute chunks.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The little the highlights, which to me is sort of a self-defeating thing on the one hand because.
Well, why go listen to it otherwise then?
Exactly. That's one. Yeah. But the other thing is, I mean, I'm sure somebody will come up with a reason why. I'm sure it drives engagement, gets numbers. That's whatever. But the problem then is, let's say all that's true. Let's stipulate all that. That's fine. The issue then becomes when you go to that channel and try to find anything, because now there's a million of these clips, it just comes back with everything. There is no matter how good your search term is, you're going to inevitably get all this crap because now there's all these stupid little clips there. So anyway, I don't know for sure whether the Media Club thing is live yet. I could have sworn I saw it posted, but I don't see it, so I don't know for sure. But I can tell you with a high degree of confidence, if I can figure out how to open this little calendar thingy here, that this show publishes at noon Pacific. I'm sorry, I don't know what the UTC thing is offhand. I think it's like, God, I don't remember. Whatever it is. Noon Pacific. You can figure this out because, an internet search will tell you this very quickly. So whatever it is in your area. The same day this publishes, which would be... Hold on. The date. Where's the date? Date. 17th. July 17th. So this show will go live at noon Pacific, or if you're hearing it, went live, because I assume you're more than a few seconds into it now, went live at noon Pacific on Friday, July 17th. Okay? The next episode of the Media Club, which is about the Matrix... so you know I'm going to be on that one, is going to be going live at 2 p.m. Pacific. So if you've just started listening to this right after it published, it will be on in a couple of hours. That will be running live on YouTube that you can watch live. Otherwise, it will go. Then once it's finished, then it goes behind the Club Twit paywall for a month or so. So just if you care, at 2 p.m. Pacific, same day as this publishes, Friday, July 17th, the Media Club will be running live. It's going to be about The Matrix. I did create a mini trailer for it, which is stupid and ridiculous, but I couldn't resist. Not for us, for them. I don't know if they'll use it because they'll probably get hit with copyright because they used most of the Matrix trailer and just replaced certain things because I'm an asshole. But in any event, you can either catch it live or it'll be out later. So, yeah, because I will have lots to say about The Matrix. And so if you want to hear that live, that will be at 2 p.m. Pacific. And then, no, there's nothing else programming notes-wise that I can remember right now. So, yeah, that's it as far as programming notes.
Yay. Programming notes.
Hooray! Hooray!
I don't need programming notes either.
Right, well,
so, there you go.
I mean, have you ever?
No, not really.
I was going to say, I don't
I
remember you ever
live a
having
gifted
programming
life,
notes.
I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Man, it's getting harder not to talk about politics because it's like so all-encompassing. But did you see? Yeah, this is funny. Did you see there was a recent interview with the head of NVIDIA where he was going on about how parents,
Jensen Huang.
Yeah, push your children towards
that guy.
AI. Everything should be AI. They should know how to use it. And what I love is that the article about the interview, the comments were so great where somebody was like, I already know everything I need to know about AI. I have a bullshit filter or something like that. And it's like, yeah, I get it. And the general idea is him saying everything should go to AI is like a fisherman going, everybody should eat more fish. It's better for you. Everybody, eat more fish. You know? So, other than the fact
Jensen
that
Huang is just another Elon Musk. Therefore, anything he says, I immediately just dismiss as nothingness. I mean, he is a criminal.
But they...
Allegedly, but he is. If you look into the circular stuff that deals he's doing with people that own companies that are related to him, among other things. Yeah, he will be indicted by somebody, probably the EU at some point. Won't be us. We're fine with scams and embezzlement and defrauding the public. We're okay with that here. Sorry, everybody. It's just the truth. But the EU is among the places that still seems to have a pair of balls for this stuff.
They're more aggressive about it, yeah.
Yeah. So at some point, I mean, he'll get off. Don't get me wrong. He's too rich. He'll get off.
Too much money, yeah.
But somebody will make him appear and say he did nothing wrong, and then they'll find emails indicating otherwise, and he'll look bad for 5 minutes and have to pay a fine. But at least somebody will do it. Again, not here. Won't be our justice system with quotes around it. Won't be that. So,
I am not a crook.
By the way, you know what? I'm gonna read a message I got.
Oh, we got a message?
In response to the last show, I just remembered this. I will not name the individual, but you know who you are, and I adore your message. It's great. That's why I'm going to read it. Hold on. Where did I? Oh, here it is.
Lord.
It was in. You have to now find where on what app a message was sent. I believe it was a direct message sent to our Patreon, if I recall. Yes, it was. I quote. Hold on. I have to hit the see more button. There we go.
You fuckers.
Ironically, because the older I get, the less I see, yet I have to hit see more. By the way, before I get to this,
yeah,
I was told I got my eyes examined, which they suck still. They have not gotten any better, nor worse, which is good. But I didn't realize I had this dread. I don't know if you've had to do this. Because I wear contacts, you don't.
No.
So I'm at the bifocal line now. I'm right there. I told you this, I know, offline at some point. But apparently, bifocals are not the only way to fix that. There's something called monovision. Do you know what that is? Have you heard of this thing?
No, I have not heard of monovision.
Okay. So they put one side, one eye is for far, one eye is there, and then your brain melds
has to adjust. Yeah. Yeah.
And apparently most people can do that without a headache.
Interesting.
So I may try that, but first, my doctor, she said, well, before we go to that part, because she said the problem with bifocal contacts isn't that you have a problem adjusting to them, it's that they're tremendously expensive. I'm like,
Well, there's
okay,
that
then let's
too.
try something
Yes,
else.
they are. Okay,
There is that. Yes,
they are tremendously. Yeah, my
Yes.
oldest has one really, really, really bad eye, and then for years the other eye was like
yeah, I have
20/20.
one worse eye.
No. It's not a matter of worse. It was a matter of one was bad and the other was fine. And for years, they had glasses with like one lens.
Oh well, yeah, that's ideal because one of your eyes is good. So you're really just pulling the other eye back.
But the whole idea was that the brain puts it together. I mean, your interface is so fucking weird anyway, and it's the brain that stitches.
Oh
it all
yeah.
together,
No,
so.
it just seems. My assumption when she first said that was, well, yeah, but it's gonna. I'm assuming
it'll be annoying to some people. Yes.
Yeah, and it might.
Because when you first do it,
she said
one of your eyes is going to be like, ah, and the other one's going to be like, no, this is fine, and like it's going to take a while for you to adjust to that.
But she said, before you do that, why don't you just buy a pair of cheap supermarket reading glasses and put them on when you have your contacts on if you're having trouble reading? And I thought, and I had always had this idea that if you compounded the vision thing, that like your brain would explode. But I'm going to try it.
You just have to match. You have to match. What is it? You got to match one prescription to the other, though. Isn't that the problem?
Well, no. So it would only be for reading because when I have my contacts in, I sometimes have trouble reading. Everything else is fine, but like reading a screen, some of the text.
Yes, your contacts get you back to zero, and then you wear the glasses. Yeah.
So if I add these, it would give me just enough to read.
Yeah, my wife talked about doing that as well, getting contacts for distance and then just wearing glasses for something else. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try the thing where I have the contacts and then just use the reading glasses for text and see how it works.
I'm at that point where I just have to take them off. So when I'm reading, I always read without.
That doesn't work with contacts.
No, I know that. What I'm saying is I always read without glasses. My vision has always been a discrepancy for distance. So I'm still in that place where I just take them off and I read and do everything. Like I still write on my computer with no glasses on and things like that. You know? No,
with my glasses I can read fine. It's specifically the contacts.
No, I'm saying I do all that with my glasses off.
Yeah.
Still. Yeah.
No, but I don't need, when I'm wearing glasses, my reading is fine. It's only the contacts that do it to push it just far enough. But anyway, to the message.
Yes. Oh, I forgot there was a message.
God, speaking of not being able to read. Oh, it's because adjusting to the brightness of the screen. There we go. Pop that text back up. There it is. I quote, "Hi, Joe. Just listened to your latest show with your mate. Firstly, mate, because this person is not in the United States. Just my little edit there, just in case anybody gets confused. Just want to make sure it's very clear.
I am his hetero life mate, yes.
Well, that is correct. Firstly, I am awe-inspired by your enthusiasm for people who hit a ball with a stick. I understand. It left me speechless, but was wonderful to listen to. Secondly, I would like to welcome you to the world of the left. Your discussion exactly encompasses the world situation. In my country and other countries, we have a major weapon to support the worker, and that is universal health care. Companies cannot threaten to take this away or pause it as it is not under their control. The freedom it gives people is immense. It is in no way a perfect system, but as an example, I spent a number of weeks in hospital a few years ago with multiple fractures and had heaps of pain meds and antibiotics, plus all different scans and x-rays
and it didn't bankrupt them.
Physiotherapy sessions. It cost me nothing. All totally free. Of course, it came from my taxes, but no company or insurance had any control of my treatment. It is worth more than any benefit." End quote. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. And your fixation with my passion over hitting a ball with a stick, yeah. It amazes me too, because I'm not into sports at all, but I am into that.
Man, I saw this amazing video.
Just a tad.
Speaking of hitting things with sticks, this is an amazing video going around on Imgur, and this is will give you a hint on my, I guess, Mila-like state like that Joe has. There's a video going around around the internet, and it's a softball thrower, a pitcher, a woman, basically pinging softballs off of objects in slow motion. So they drop the object, and she throws the softball right at like full speed. And I was so, and the woman's in like a onesie, like a shorts athletic one piece, and I was just so mesmerized watching her pitch in slow motion.
Sure.
I was like, I don't even know what the fuck she was throwing at, but it was amazing to watch, and I realized that's where I lie. So, Yeah, I fully support women's softball.
Yeah.
So,
I've many times talked about the fact that women's softball players and volleyball players, top notch.
which is like two completely different creatures too.
Yes,
Yeah.
although there tend to be powerful legs involved in both.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. So, was there any more correspondence? So it's funny when we get correspondence.
No, not as of yet. Well, it's why I say some people do not end up hearing our show for weeks after it comes out. So there are times I get responses far after the fact, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, that one was great. So
there you go.
That and the one from Dimitri about Nirvana, which I appreciated him asking if I wanted a rip of it. I did get my Blu-ray of the film, so I will send you a nicer copy.
I mean, I appreciate that, but yeah, what's funny is I kind of like the VHS copy.
Oh no, the Blu-ray is a very, very nice copy.
Oh, and the new Ghost in the Shell came out, didn't it?
Yes,
I haven't watched it
I've read
yet.
good reviews. I've heard it's good, but it's weekly, so I'm not going to bother till it's over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
maybe
it's releasing one at a time.
Maybe I'll steal some time and watch an episode or two when I can, just to get a sense of it.
I've watched. It's great. It's very, very, very. From what I've seen, it is very close to the original comics. They've put the humor back in. They've made it goofy.
Oh, good.
So that's all great, because that's really the thing that I was kind of interested, because the art style is right out of the comics. So I was wondering, okay, are they going to?
Will it be goofy? Will it be goofy?
Yeah.
There you go. Good. Excellent.
Oh, that's interesting.
Are you?
Sorry, I just happened to. I was looking at something in the background.
Are you having a moment?
I didn't. Sort of. I talked to you about this. I sent you that. Did I send you that? No, I told you about that video that I watched. I don't think I sent it to you though.
Which one?
That group on the KEXP thing, the Bria Solmena.
Yeah. I watched her.
album.
I watched her video. Have you seen her actual video, by the way?
Oh, yeah. The live video?
No. Did you see the video? Her official music video?
No, I only saw the live one where they were
Oh,
that
okay.
KEXP thing. No.
Yeah, no. You should see. She's got a hell of an attention-grabbing video. The music is nice as well, but yeah, she's got a mosh pit of naked women for her music.
Oh,
video.
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's blurred. I mean, the guy who blurred it is a like.
Do you remember what it's called? The name of the song?
What her name is? Bria what?
Salmena. Salmena. But there's several videos. Is it Stretch the Struggle, or is it?
Hold on one second. I'm just going to look at the channel. I'll tell you. Because I clicked on this one totally by accident, and then I was like, "Wow! Oh, it's the Rags." It says "not safe for work" on it.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm
click.
not at work.
No, that's fine.
Let's
You
see.
click on it and just like scroll to the end, so you could be like, "Holy shit!
Is it-
That's a
okay,
hell of a
hold on,
way
let's
to get the attention." So, and her music was good too. So she has a bit of
No,
like
the music's. The thing is, so they had mentioned on the thing I watched. Is it the black and white one, by the way?
yeah, the black and white one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
You should watch the KXP one because she looks amazing in that. Oh yeah, look at that, blurred naked women. Oh, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
Jeez, that looks like a backup singer actually. Oh wait, oh wait a minute. I'm looking at the tattoos. I think that's her. I'm pretty
she's
sure
in
that's
there.
her because I see the tattoos. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's an awesome video. Anyway, go on.
Wow, I didn't realize it was her. Okay, well, I definitely watched that.
I've distracted you.
But so in the video, they mention
Yeah.
that they had done a couple of albums titled Country Covers, and that they've worked with other artists. So I thought, oh, okay, this is somebody who used to sing that like did country songs and now is doing something different, because they mentioned that this was really kind of they've been working on this in the background. They wanted to kind of do something different. So okay, because there's many good examples of vocalists who have sung in bands and sang on songs that I would never in a million years listen to, especially country, because I cannot stand it. Like there was a very famous country singer, a female country vocalist, who did a version of Black Hole Sun with Soundgarden, and it's spectacular. It's great. I've mentioned it before.
Well,
she's really good.
There's a country western guy who did a version of Metallica's Unforgiven that's pretty amazing too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah. I get to appreciate these people when they do genres I actually like, as opposed to ones that I would never listen to unless you stuck a fork in my eye. So they mentioned this country covers volume 1 and 2, and so I went, oh yeah, well I'm not even going to look at those because I don't need to hear covers of I don't know whatever country song is apparently popular. Well, I didn't realize that country is spelled Country, so I don't know what actual kind of albums these are. I just happen to see it. It's called Country Covers. Yeah, it is the same phonetics as country music, but they drop the O, and I don't know what that means. So but now I'm actually interested.
Country?
I don't. Yeah, it's cunt RY.
Yeah, that's a fun word.
Yeah, well, so I'm like, is it? Yeah, here it is. What did they actually do? What is it considered? Hold on. Oh, it's considered indie sub pop. Okay, so these are not country. Okay. It threw me off. Because I just assumed that,
Yeah, unfortunately, the bulk of my music intake of late is a lot of writing music. So like when I look at the music that I've pulled in recently, it's all stuff that I write to, like Wardruna, which is like Norse. I don't even call what the hell. Have you heard Wardruna before? It's like
I'm pretty sure I have
modern Norse music. I don't know, but like I've been listening to a lot
contemporary Norse, I guess.
Yeah.
What's he call it?
They have some really good music, and I've been listening to a lot of was it the different soundtracks that the Sarah Schachner, she's the one who did the Predator Badlands soundtrack. I was listening to her before because she did the soundtrack for what do you call it, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I really loved, and it's kind of become the vibe, sort of anthem music atmosphere of what I'm writing on right now. So I have just been listening to her a lot. That and he's not ambient, but like a low-key techno guy named Christian Loeffler. Mm-hmm. The two of them have been that's been the musical atmosphere that I've been sort of occupying right now. And then every now and then was it Louis Cult Godzilla pops up on my feed because I recently got that. So, by the way, you see the trailer, the short teaser they released for the new Godzilla?
Yeah, it's a nothing trailer.
It's a teaser.
It's Godzilla.
Yeah,
got it.
He looks.
I sort of already knew he was in it, but that's great.
it's called Godzilla, so I figured they might be in it. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bit of a clue that Godzilla might return, and sure enough, Godzilla's back. But
did you see the American dubbed one, or did you see the Japanese dubbed one?
No, I saw the Japanese one.
Okay, so they have different footage in them.
Yes.
So the American one...
They do, but it's...
Well, the American one
comparison. It's not different enough.
The American one ends with it being near the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, is he coming to the U.S.? I figured they were going to
They'd already posted a photo of that, so I knew that was... It wasn't footage, but there was a photo.
Yeah, I guess that's my thing, is I thought they were going to try and keep this kind of, Asia-related.
Listen,
yeah?
Depending, as the Americans dropped the bombs, it would be somewhat thematically fitting if he ended up deciding that maybe he should smash some shit in America. Wouldn't it?
Yes, that's true. I mean, I don't disagree.
I mean, the Americans in Godzilla -1 basically are like, you're on your own.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing about them, is that, like, we've got problems with the Russians, so this is your problem now.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, maybe it'll be that the Americans try to draw him over to kill Russia, and he doesn't like being used and decides to go stomp on America. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or will they try to develop their own Godzilla, and that's Space Godzilla, because they're fucking morons? I mean,
World number one.
Why not?
Never trust corporations. Rule number 2, never trust governments.
Never trust the military.
So, yeah, Jesus. Could you imagine if there was like a
actually,
if you and I came
never
up,
trust the military-industrial complex. That would be
that's that if you and I came up with a set of rules that like the Ozone Nightmare would stand on, that like things that we would say to people like, no, I support that. That we both agreed on too, because like my whole violence is on the table thing. I don't know if you agree with that. I realize of late that's become a bit of a sticking point for some people. Where when I say that, people are like, "Oh, that's not true," and I'm like, "Yeah, honest, you may not want to believe it, but even if you don't put it on the table, it's always there." And I feel bad because there's people who then, when violence happens, they're surprised and they're like, "But I didn't do anything." And it's like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you never had any plans to bring it to the table. It is always something that is there. Whether you're armed or not. So, yeah, but I've gotten some, especially with politicians of late that have gone deceased, and my reaction to them of saying, well, live by the sword, die by the sword. I mean, I just don't have a lot of pity anymore. And that has, I find that it's getting me in more trouble with, leftist thinkers than people on the right. Do you know what I mean? And it's funny because it's like, hey, anyway, not to get too political, but yes, if this show had a set of rules that we would stand by, I jokingly, by the way, not seriously, what would they be? And I think for me, yes, I realized that I said something and I was like, I said rule number 1, never trust corporations. Rule number 2, never trust the government. But you're right. I mean, that's both, the military-industrial complex is, would that be number 3, or that could be kind of wrapped up into just don't trust the government, don't trust corporations?
Well, I think it's, if I was going to come up with a set of rules, I would, interestingly, blend LaVeyan Satanism with the Hippocratic Oath. I would say, first, do no harm is the whole of the law. Second, do as thou wilt.
That's tough, though, isn't it?
Well, the problem with the do as thou wilt is the whole of the law, which is normally what people say, is it doesn't explicitly outlaw harming people. So if you start with...
do no harm supersedes do what you want. Do what you want as long as it causes no harm.
Well, I'm using the what do you call it? The 3 laws as a basis, right? So law number 1 trumps all the other ones.
I was just fucking thinking that. What if humans had to live by the 3 laws? Imagine if we had to live by the robots' rules.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, honestly, what I just said is the 3 rules, except that we don't need the 3rd one because the 3rd one was obey humans. Well, that's not going to apply.
Yeah, we don't.
There's no 3rd rule with us. So.
That's funny. Oh, man.
The two laws. And if you make the law to do no harm and then say, but do whatever you want, as long as you don't harm anybody, do whatever you want, which is pretty much...
the problem is interpretation will then find a way to get around the first one.
Well,
that's people.
But yes, you're not incorrect, but that's the problem is that, is to go back to the idea of the justice system in this country, is the perversion of justice comes out of law. Not because it's intended, but because there is no interpretation when there absolutely has to be. So, Go
on. Finish the idea.
I was going to say, if somebody goes into a house and kills all the children in the house and then is later found by the parent or parents and is executed in cold blood, that'll be seen as murder if there's not the passionate whatever involved. If it was coldly calculated, that's murder. Yeah, exactly. Right? But it would be at least understandable, as opposed to just murdering somebody in cold blood for no reason, like the original person did.
Well, that's why crime.
So that's where interpretation has to be part of it.
Yeah.
Well, it is, except that if you make it where, it was cold and calculated, which itself is an interpretation. That's what I'm saying. Interpretation has to be involved. It has to be.
Yes. Yeah.
No matter what.
I have been called to jury duty. I've never been called to jury duty before. This is the first time in my life.
Just go in a tank top. You'll be fine.
You know, it's funny because I don't know how I got this far. I feel like I dodged it. I never dodged it. I've always just been kind of here. And it took years for it to catch up with me for some reason. Where it's like, you know, people around me have gone to jury duty like many times, right? And
wait. So when you say you got called, you're not on a jury, though?
No. I've been called to go to stand so they can decide whether or not they want me on a jury.
So, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of people...
And here's the thing. I don't want to assume
It's very common not to ever end up going in.
Oh, I know. I don't want to assume that I'm going to show up and they're going to look at me and be like, yeah, you can leave. Because, I mean, you know, my wife not that long ago had jury duty, and, like, she has, like, a full sleeve, and I thought they were going to walk...
No. You and your wife do not look the same. I don't care what tattoo she has. That is not in any form a comparison. It's not just the tattoos. It is the totality of your appearance.
The totality.
That coupled with your education, you will be spun out of there so fast that you might get whiplash.
Yeah, it'll be funny. I do not assume that I'm going to, like, get sent away. I kind of have to look at the worst case scenario and just say, okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'll be stuck there for a while.
I wish more people knew what you looked like, because I would go onto Kalshi and set up a pool to see how many minutes it would be, or how many times you would be called into a room before you would get spun out. I mean, I don't think it'll be the first time, but I don't think it's going to... You're not going to... I doubt... Okay, I shouldn't say it.
I don't... You know, and I think the problem here, too, is, like, you get so comfortable with yourself and how you are. Like, I'm just used to me because it's me.
I know, like, I know you are, but
it doesn't...
I know what you are.
It doesn't register. So, like, in my mind, I'm kind of like, well, you know, I said to my wife, I was like, I get my best Hawaiian shirt, and I'm going to get a hat with a big feather, and I'm going to just show up and be like, hey, how you doing?
I'll tell you right now, you better make sure you can wear a Hawaiian shirt.
What the fuck can I wear?
Many of these things have dress codes.
What?
So you better check. Yes. You can't just show up looking like a lunatic.
I don't have a dress code. My dress code is Hawaiian shirts and tie-dyes.
No, I'm just saying you may want to verify that you can wear a patterned shirt.
Are you not supposed to wear shorts as well?
Oh, you cannot wear shorts. I will tell you right now.
Fuck you.
Well, all right. Unless New Jersey has gotten exceptionally progressive, I am not aware of any place outside of, like, the Bahamas.
Are you telling me I have to dress like a human being?
Hold on. I'm going to look at the one for where I am. And I'm in California, which is Psychoville.
I'm so curious now. I hadn't even thought about that.
Dress code.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah, khakis. See? I told you.
Hey, wait. I can wear a skirt. Maybe I'll just wear a skirt.
Yeah.
Paired with a collared shirt or a modest blouse. You know what? I'm going to show up in a skirt and a modest blouse.
All right. Well,
so you're saying I can't show up dressed like Ramirez from Highlander?
You know what? Okay. No, Ramirez. Hold on.
He's what? You know, the red leather.
Here is what could change it. Now I don't know what yours says. But there's a whole section.
Prohibited items. Shorts.
Yeah.
T-shirts.
Hey.
Hats. That's like my whole wardrobe right there.
I don't see.
Oh, wait. Unless for religious purposes.
Okay, well, you're going to have to make it for religion. That's fine. But you know what? They're not talking about hats like you have. They're talking about head coverings.
God damn it.
So actually, you could go looking like Khan from Wrath of Khan. You could have a head covering. But,
God damn it! You just ruined my night, you bastard.
I'm telling. It's a good thing you just show up. Because that won't get you out. They'll tell you got to come back, and then if you do something like that, then you're gonna get called in because they don't like when anybody has to get called.
I know. I wasn't trying to get called. I was just.
No, I know, but that's what they would think you were doing. They would assume that's what you're doing.
That is just how I am.
I know that. That's why I'm warning you. Yeah, so mine, for where we are, proper dress attire is required. No shorts or tank tops are allowed. No bare midriffs. Not a problem for me. T-shirts with inappropriate messages or images. And see, that's where even a Hawaiian shirt could be seen as an inappropriate shirt. Now, back to interpretation. I don't know what they're going to tell you if you wear a Hawaiian shirt. I really don't. Because I don't know if that's considered a t-shirt. If it has a collar, I don't think it is. But if it's too loud, if you have one that's subtle, you'd probably be fine. I cannot recall going in and seeing anybody in a Hawaiian shirt. Doesn't mean nobody ever has. I've never seen it.
It's considered to be disrespectful.
See? This is what I'm saying.
Oh my God, what the hell am I going to wear? Now I have a problem. I didn't have a problem before. Now I don't know what the fuck that. My wardrobe is. I don't have a human wardrobe at this point. Like, son of a bitch.
Lando's Inhuman wardrobe show title. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh my God! I mean, for fuck's sake, like.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
In July. I mean.
Yeah.
No shorts in July?
Now, look, I will tell you, you can defer to the winter, so it will at least be colder.
So can I go dressed as Snow White? Does that count? I mean, that's a skirt and a modest blouse.
Well, this is the interesting part. I don't think you could wear a princess dress. And I would assume that the tiara would be considered inappropriate.
Oh no, I don't wear a tiara. I wear a wig.
Okay.
That would be.
Well, if you were to wear,
that's a head covering.
That's a good question. If you wore a wig, you could say is because I'm balding and I don't like to show. You could do that probably. You could probably get away with that. The dress would be the tricky part.
Honestly, the because cape, they're totally not going to like the cape.
No, you can't have a cape, but you could probably wear a dress.
Yeah.
But the problem is you'd have to wear a boring dress. You couldn't wear like a big poofy dress like you'd want to.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's as fun.
No, it doesn't sound fun at all. That's the problem.
No, it's not. Why do you think nobody wants to fucking do it?
Jesus
I shouldn't say it. There are people who like doing it. I certainly don't. Fortunately, the only two times I got called into a courtroom, I didn't stay for long.
Yeah, my wife got called in, and my wife stayed. They put her on a case, and she was there for a while.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
One, I basically told them it was like a domestic thing, and I said, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to take the woman's side. And they didn't like that.
Well, I mean, the truth of the matter is I have 3 master's degrees, and I have a couple months of law school under my belt, and I wonder if that's not something that they want. Or maybe they do. Someone who has a better understanding of the law. Who knows? But either way, oh, Jesus Christ! I have to. I gotta sit down and think about this now because, like I said, I don't have a normal wardrobe.
This is why when you're saying you're like, oh, it's, no, I'm like, no, man.
No, because I know you. When I get dressed up, I just put on a Hawaiian shirt, like it's a button up.
I know. I am aware of what you look like most of the time, and this is what I'm saying: is you cannot look like that in a jury room. Right? You gotta look like a boring person like me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I guess I'm used to me. So Hawaiian shirts for me are kind of boring.
Nope, not to them.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be trouble.
I know. I'm telling you. As soon as you said that, I'm like, you got a problem.
Oh, man. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, then you know what? They might not have a problem with me because I mean, if my legs and my arms are covered, then no tattoos. Well, the hat thing bugs me most of all.
What I would say is you'd want to have a dress shirt and you would want to roll the sleeves up to like that's what I do. I roll it up to like.
I'm one of these people that's like, I understand if your religion has something about hats, but if I don't believe in your religion, I'm gonna take my fucking hat off. It's my hat. I'm gonna wear it what I want. And like my wife gives me guff for this all the time where we'll go someplace and she'll be like, you have to take your hat off. And I'll be like, I don't believe in their invisible man in the sky. Fuck it. I was like, I don't want to insult them, but I also am not going to have them, tell me I can't wear my hat.
Yeah, see, that's the part I'm not sure of is if you showed up with one of your normal hats that you wear, dressed like you normally dress, and you said you were a Levian Satanist, and therefore your religion says, do as thou wilt is the whole of the law, I don't know what would happen. I really don't. I mean, if you really pushed it, they could cite you for contempt of court.
Negative. I am a meat popsicle. No, I mean, yes. Now that I know they have rules, then yeah, I I have to. Jesus, man, yeah. I got to figure out what conservative looks like. You know, there was a while back where like there was some function we went to, and my wife was like, "You have to wear business casual," and I sat there for a while.
Yeah,
and
you
I was
didn't know
like,
what that meant.
And I was like, "What the fuck does that even mean?" Like,
no, look.
Yeah, I don't.
All you got to do is get a cheap long sleeve button up shirt that's loose that you can roll up the sleeves of, and you get a pair of Dockers. That's it. You're done. And a belt.
That sounds so boring.
It is. It's court. It's not Playland, man. It's fucking courtroom. They don't want anything out of the ordinary.
So, I mean, it's so funereal. Jesus.
Well, it's court.
Well, that sucks.
I like torpedoed your evening.
My balloon has been deflated.
You thought you were going to show up looking like you do. That's hysterical. I mean,
no, because that's what I look like. Like, it's not even like.
Hold on, your wife didn't tell you this immediately?
No.
Well, I'm glad I saved you a really disturbing confrontation at the court.
Yeah, because like I said, my dressed up in the summer is like khaki shorts, a Hawaiian shirt, and then some sort of elaborate hat with flowers and huge feathers. Yeah. And sandals. Fuck, are sandals not allowed either?
Oh, no,
Jesus.
You can't have open-toed shoes. No.
Fucking hell, man.
No,
the fuck bullshit is this?
What? How would you think? Wait a second. Come on. How would you think that you could show up in a dress shirt and nice pants and sandals?
Dude, how the hell am I supposed to vent heat at this point?
You want to defer it to December.
Yeah, well, geez, that would be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Well, you can. No, I'm saying you could do that. You don't have to even give a reason. You could just, you can, I don't know about Jersey. I believe you get 2 deferments in California where you basically say, yeah, that's not going to work for me. And then you pick, like, when you would arrange and when you come in, usually within a month. So, which is probably what, if I were to get one tomorrow, I'd probably push it out to October or something, just to avoid the heat. And you just, you send the thing back, and then they basically send you a new summons that says, sucks. Okay, week of this,
yeah, that sucks.
So wait a minute, just to be clear, did you have to call in, and then it told you to report?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you did get the thing. Because the last time I had to do it, it basically just, my group never came up, and so I never even had to do it.
I think what happens is there's a day of selection. They do like a day of selection through a Zoom portal of some kind, and then decide like who's coming in when.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's toward the end of the month, unfortunately.
Well, like I said, you should have had a deferment option. So.
Yeah. I mean, God damn it. It's funny.
Trying to see if
and the terrible thing is, like, I don't think I look that weird anymore, but that's because I live with me all the time. I was at an IKEA today, and I was walking around, and, like, there's like, mirrors all over the place. And I, like, catch myself in the mirror, and to me, it's like, well, I just look normal. It's just me.
Yeah.
But then, a little kid walks by, and they give me this, like, double take, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. And it's like...
New Jersey does allow you to do a one-time deferment, so you can reschedule it.
For the winter, the dead of winter.
That's what I would say.
That's funny.
Well, the best part is, here's the reasons. Medical, transportation, meaning you can't get there, temporarily outside of area, business or vacation trip, temporarily outside of area, college student, temporarily outside of area, other, for reasons other than those mentioned above. There you go, other. Just say other.
Temperature, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say temperature, but you could just say, I would just say you're on that you have a vacation that you have planned for a year.
No.
Because you were trying to.
I try not to lie to the courts if I can.
No, just say other.
Yeah.
Gee, I just worry if you say too hot.
And it's so sad too, because in my brain I was like, well, why would there be a fashion thing? That would be a sure way to get out. I'd just expect they'd take anybody, regardless of how you try to dress.
Oh no.
Like.
No.
Because what if you don't have nice clothes?
Now, when you say that, I genuinely don't know what would happen if you were to tell them that you cannot afford nice clothing. I don't
I'm
doubt
not
that
saying
has
it's
come
me.
up.
That's just not me. I'm just saying in general, if somebody
You know what?
didn't
if
have
you can't
like
afford
like business casual
good-
shit, like what would they?
I don't know. I'm wondering. I'm curious. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't have. Oh wait, got called. Can't afford. Well, I think this is more like missing work. Hold on. Yeah, I mean that's a tricky one. I don't know. Huh.
There you
I don't know
go.
what would happen if you just genuinely did not have the money.
If anyone listening knows, please write it.
Yeah, I'd be curious if anybody's run into that situation. I mean, okay. So here's the actual answer, without knowing a legal answer.
Yeah.
If the person that gets your request or the judge is compassionate, then you'd be fine. If they're not, because just like anything, there are judges who are complete and utter assholes.
Yeah.
Then I don't know how you could be legally compelled to go into debt to do jury duty. I just don't know how they could actually do that. But my assumption is that, I mean, people just don't show up. So it's, I don't know. It's a great question. I really do not know the answer, but I would be curious. If anybody knows, I'd be thrilled to know. Because I looked really quick and I couldn't find anybody who had said the same thing.
Nonetheless, I'm going to have to figure out how to come off like a straight, not straight like, yeah,
no, like a normal person,
like a normal,
like
person,
a standard off the sidewalk individual.
I'm using straight in the way that Venkman does.
Yeah, you're not scaring the straights. Okay, I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Don't worry. I'm sure that non-straight people would understand what you mean by straight as well, meaning boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because I forget what I look like. I forget what I look like all the time, and it just seems normal. And then
I know you do.
And then everybody else looks boring, and I'm like, why is everyone dressed so funereal all the time?
Yep.
What's funny is that just to give you an idea, as I get older, there are days where I wake up and I go, I'm not that weird. I'm dressed pretty normal. I was like. And it's that whole thing where you're like, no, I'm getting older now. I'm getting boring. It's fine. But then something comes up and you're like, isn't that normal? And someone's like, nope. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, because I think when I was younger, I was a little more conservative about my hats. It was like fedoras, very sort of, low-key cowboy hats. Whereas now, I mean, I go full Ramirez with my hats. I love a huge, sweeping, curved-up brim. I like big fuck-off feathers. I Buccaneer, man. I would dress like a goddamn Buccaneer or like fucking Ramirez. I would totally do that. Oh, man. If I lived in a colder climate, I would be dressed like Ramirez all the time. So
I'm sure.
If there is a science fiction character, science fiction and fantasy character from a movie that I could dress like with ease, where suddenly my wardrobe was just stocked, right? I would totally dress like Ramirez from a Highlander.
Two-Face.
I love that. Was that?
Two-Face.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Split color suits.
Well, I'm surprised you don't have one.
Well, okay. I mean, I could buy one of those joke stupid ones, but...
No, I'm surprised you don't have a real one. There's real ones out there, yeah.
I know there are.
So,
when would I ever actually need to wear it,
You don't wear a blazer to work? I don't know how you dress anymore for work at this point.
No, actually, I wear to work basically what you're talking about wearing to jury duty.
I dress like I'm going
Except
to a
with black jeans. I have a Hawaiian shirt and black jeans.
See, and I think the thing is,
if Two-Face costume. Yeah.
If you want to dress a certain way, then you should. Listen, I have whack ass leather jackets. I mean, I literally have a leather jacket, a trench coat based on Merlin from the Hallmark movie with Sam Neill, and I think it's the one that we used for the sticker when you made the stickers of the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or with a T-shirt that says "Lando is my hero." That coat is real. And I still own it because leather lasts forever. So,
Well, listen, I don't disagree with the premise. You should be able to dress how you want. I'm all for it. However,
what did we say?
Found out the hard way.
As long as you don't hurt anybody, do what you want.
Yeah, I agree. But as you have now discovered,
apparently not for fucking jury duty.
Apparently not. Nope. Not so much.
Oh man.
Ah.
That's lame.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I go in dressed as George Washington, you think you'd have a problem with that? That's supportive.
If you went in dressed as George Washington,
minus the wig, just George Washington. Patriotic.
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, that is a suit of its time.
I know, but it's out of time. That's the problem.
Yeah, I really,
honestly, it's like I get the feeling it's just kicking the beehive.
Yeah, I just
or the
don't,
hornet's nest, whatever.
I just don't see how they wouldn't take that to be you being intentionally disrespectful. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Whether you were or not, I just don't see how they wouldn't see it that way.
Yeah, and that's what's funny is that, like,
yeah.
I mean, but what if you don't? I don't think I respect the court so much as I just fear their ability to take people's freedom away.
No, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I don't have any respect for it. But
like, I know that it's scary because they can fuck you up for life,
I mean, I think there too, it all depends on what the approach is, because if I ever get called where they actually bring me into a courtroom again and they actually start asking the questions about it, I don't think I'm going to lie anymore about what I think of the justice system, and I don't know how they'll take that. But I'll explain as respectfully as possible.
I never had any intent. I will be honest.
Yeah, but I don't know what. I don't know what their reaction was. I don't think.
Why
the
would I
system
lie? How many shows have we done?
Well, okay, yes, except that's not saying that in a courtroom. It's different.
But why do I believe it any less there?
Oh, I'm not saying you do, but the chances that a judge in a room has heard our show are whatever.
True, yeah.
When you go in there and say, everything you're doing is a joke, Judge, or, the effect of that.
Okay, listen. There's not respect in the court, but then there's being needlessly mean. I can be nice.
Yeah, well, I agree. What I'm saying is I don't know how that would be taken. I really don't. I don't know. Well, I don't disagree with you. I don't. I just don't know.
I'm going to have to figure out how to look like a person.
Because there's that whole thing. There's if you go and look how to get out of jury duty, one of the things that comes up is this. There's a certain phrase for it.
I never even it's not even that I'm trying to get out of it. Like, it's just what it is. It's just I figured I could go and I could be me. You know what I mean? Like,
you cannot do that. You cannot do that. No. I'm trying to. There's some kind of term for something that you can say that generally will get you out of it. Not because it's not true, but because most people don't know about the concept. I just can't remember what the term is. But that would be what I would say. It wouldn't be a lie. I mean, I could sit there and go on for an hour about how I don't think that a jury of peers is a feasible concept. Let's just start with the fact that I don't think that's real. I don't think it's possible to have a jury of peers because it's impossible to know everybody's background, their mindset, their biases, what they can and can't put aside.
Yeah,
and if you don't know that, there is no jury of peers.
I tend to believe that most people have a lot less empathy than I do. So, are those my peers?
I agree. This is what I'm saying.
I mean, unless you're going to stack the deck with a bunch of weirdos. But you know what? Even in the realm of weirdos,
but here is the problem. This is the core problem with what we're saying. That assumes that the judge, the officers of the court, everybody involved on the other side
give a shit.
But not even give a shit. That's yes, but not even that. But that they will take what you're saying and assume it is in good faith and not something that you're saying to get out of jury duty.
Yeah, well, there's that too, yeah.
This is where the system fails on both sides, because it all hinges on the good faith of anybody, which I don't believe in either. So if I said that would probably get a couple looks.
I heard a very funny phrase this week that I had forgotten until we started talking about all this. It was an older trans person. So a person in their... probably like
70s?
Early 30s, right?
Oh,
talking
wow.
about.
When you say older, wow, it tells you how old I am. When I hear older now, I'm thinking 70s.
No, no. I just mean like not young, like not in their 20s. So some older than
younger than us, though.
Oh yeah. We're outside of this.
I agree.
So it was a person in their 30s, a trans person, and they were talking about younger people like coming into this kind of lifestyle now, which is people in like their teens and their late teens, early 20s type stuff, like and they said they were talking about how like it's amazing how much disagreement there is, and how like every kind of generation of people has their own shade of the rainbow. And I was like, oh my God, I was like, that's so good. It's like, that is such a great metaphor for it. You know, every generation has its own shade of the rainbow. So it's like, yeah, they don't, you know, there's a lot of disagreement, you know, it's like, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you know, we want free love and we want freedom. But then like, once you get into the details, it all kind of starts to break down because everybody wants different things at different ages. You know what I mean? And I just thought it was a really interesting phrase, you know, alternate shades of the rainbow. I'd never heard that before. And I was like, yeah, it's a good way. I mean, like, it's always like that. Listen, 10 years, a decade is enough of a gap in time for people to disagree on the same topic. I mean, people who traditionally should be aligned. Do you know what I mean? So I just thought it fascinating, you know, alternate shades of the rainbow. You there? Did I lose you?
No, I'm just listening. I didn't know if you were.
No, that's it. I just thought it was.
I
just thought it was interesting. I just thought it was interesting phrasing. I also recently watched the What If video on YouTube about what would does Tatooine get? How many rainbows are there on Tatooine?
Oh yeah, I read about that. I didn't watch the video though.
Oh, it's cute. I love the What If videos. That guy is they're very funny.
I just didn't watch it.
Most of them end in the destruction of the planet, but oh my God, actually.
So will we?
No. This one I do have to share with you. My son. So my son and I love watching those What If videos because we love like weird science shit. So his whole video about, you know, what if you threw a baseball at near the space of light, like, you know, what would the aftermath be, right? So my son likes to ask me complex, like, physics questions at the worst times, right? You know, like I'd be mid-cooking and he'll be like, Dad, explain cold fusion to me. And I'll be like, okay. And, you know, I'm rusty on my physics. But the other day we were in the car and we were talking about rods from God, right? And I was talking about how the rods themselves that they were dropping from like orbit, I didn't realize that first off it was as high as it was, but they were only like a foot across or something like that. They're actually a lot. I mean, they're long, but they're not as far. They're not as wide as I thought they were going to be. You know what I mean? And I was doing research for my story, and we were talking like the destructive force, like, you know, of these things and going on. And my son starts talking about how, like, you know, he's playing with his robots and his transformers, and he was talking about how in his little play he was like, yeah, he goes, they're going to drop a you know what a Titan is, right? Like Metroplex, that type of thing.
Yes.
He goes, they're going to drop a Titan from low orbit. He goes, what do you think that would do? And I was like, okay, first off, if you drop a Titan from low orbit without any kind of stopping it, I was like, you're fucking going to kill a lot of people. So then we were like, hey, you know what? Let's do a little experiment. Let's ask Gemini what dropping a Transformers Titan from low orbit would do to a city. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And my son got this like long report with like links to different things, and even if it's not true, it was a lot of fun to read because the idea of a so because of the size of a Titan, it would hit like Mach 20 coming down unless there was some kind of attempt to slow it down, and then the impact of it would leave like it would go off like a fucking bomb. But the problem is that, and I didn't even think about this, Energon at that like level of impact would explode as well. Then there'd be like Energon radiation across the city. Most of the city would be vaporized for miles. Like it was such an innocent question, and it ended in this massive like carnage end of the world event. And at the center of it, there was the question of whether the Titan would survive. And they were like, well, they're really tough. They're like, there's the slightest possibility that the Titan and some level would survive. And I was kind of like, yeah, but why would you at that point? You know, like if you fell from orbit and you had like an atomic bomb like reaction, I was like, do you really want to crawl out of that crater? I mean, just the body count, unless you don't give a shit. I mean, if you're a Decepticon, you know. But, oh my God, I was laughing so hard my son was reading that. And it's like, I think that's the first time we've used AI in a way where I was like, okay, this fully amused the shit out of me. It's not that I trust it. I need to go and do my research and shit like that. But, like, I already knew a lot of the science. I just didn't know, like, the details. But honestly, I had completely forgotten about the Energon. I was like, yeah, I guess the Energon, because it's literally energy, it would have some kind of reaction to being dropped from that high. But I mean, just the idea, like the innocence of a boy going, yeah, we're just going to drop him from low orbit. It should be cool. And then like the visuals I got from this thing of the nightmarish, like,
it is not cool.
It's fucking hilarious. And it made me think of those what if videos where like they start with these innocent questions and then it just slowly graduates up to like this atomic absurdity where it's like, and then the world is destroyed. And it's like, yeah, you drop a Titan from low orbit, you are vaporizing a city and then irradiating the area. Mm-hmm. Oh God, that was a lot of fun. Yeah. So don't drop Titans from low orbit, everybody. This is what do you call it? A teaching moment.
Good safety tip. You know? Thanks, Egon.
Good safety tip. Oh man. Well, there you go. That's all I got. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, dropping Titans from low orbit. I almost want to write into that what if guy now, see if he can animate it, because that would be really funny. Because he does everything like stick figures. So the idea of plus he might come up.
I think you should.
Yeah, I mean he might come up with stuff too that the system didn't, because don't trust the system.
No, I think it's I genuinely think you should send it and say, hey,
but yeah,
just so you know.
Yeah, it's a fun question, man. It is, because I do love that about children. This is one thing about kids that Joe's not going to get from his dog, which is that your kids will come to you with some kind of question, and you'll sit there and you'll be like, why would you ask that question? And then you'll go, oh shit, you know what? That's actually a really good question, and I don't have a fucking answer. And then you like either with them or you go on your own to try and answer that question, and you discover things that you didn't know. So it's like, yeah, I had thought about, I mean, the Rods from God situation answers a lot of the Titan stuff, right? But I hadn't even remotely thought about energon radiation poisoning, and that apparently the alloy that Transformers are made from are far more dense, and as the Titan basically shreds on re-entry, those pieces will then like basically rain fire across the countryside. Like there's all this shit, and it's just so funny. I want it animated. Anyway, so yes, I do like that about kids, that they come to you with these questions sometimes, and you sit there and you're like, oh my God, Jesus, that's awesome. I hadn't thought about that. Which, you didn't really get from the dog. But, I mean, yeah, listen, one can wonder what the hell a dog would ask if the dog could. What do you think? What do you think if your dog could ask you one question, like it was magic, right? What do you think your dog's one question would be?
Why do I eat so little?
You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. I'm
Seriously,
sure
that's what my dogs would be.
Yeah. Why don't I get more food? My cat would say something like, why do you hate me? I'm like, why do you think I hate you? Because you starve me. I want more food. I didn't know, by the way, that when a cat gets overweight, it is as difficult for them to lose weight as it is, and that if they lose weight too fast, it can actually hurt them. I didn't know that. Like, there's something in their physiology
I believe, overly rapid weight loss is bad for almost any living thing.
Well, then why is everybody on Ozempic?
Okay, well, are you sure it's good for them?
I don't think it is. I mean, there are side effects.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So my original point stands. I'm not sure how good it is for anybody.
I don't think Ozempic would work on me because I actually like food. Like, it's not even like I eat because I'm hungry. Like, I actively like food.
Well, you wouldn't need it.
It just would make you feel ill.
No, I'm saying you. Well, I guess now you can just get it from anybody because, who cares? But originally, when it first was around, you needed a reason to have it. You couldn't just be like, I just want to drop 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how real that is anymore.
Yeah, and it's annoying, too, because you have a lot of actresses now who are clearly on it, and you see them in movies, and you're like, oh, my God, why are you so, emaciated?
Well, yeah.
Like,
listen, it used to be Coke. Now it's that.
I
mean, the reality is there's always been the shit that made women get really thin because they felt like they needed to. So that's just changes what it is. So Ozempic, cocaine, finger down the throat, whatever. By the way, in all cases, I don't know how healthy any of those things are.
No. The finger down the throat rots your teeth out.
I was going to say, and gives you an esophagus made of tissue paper eventually. So
and then not that cocaine's better either. But you know what? There was a point in history where they put cocaine in everything. So
along with radium and lead and everything else.
Exactly. Yeah, asbestos.
What's the problem? I don't get it.
Yep. We just like to use bad products as population control for.
What do you mean no asbestos? Do you want things to catch on fire?
You're part of that pro-fire group, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking racist.
What you think of the children? That fixes any problem.
Think of the children. Well. That is both hilarious and sad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay, because we watched good movies this week.
AKA the world. It's both
What's
hilarious
that?
and sad.
Yes.
I said
yes,
AKA the world. It's both hilarious and sad.
But that's okay, because like I said, we watched good movies this week. I think that we had a really good week of films, surprisingly.
We did. Okay, so you have. Did you want to talk about Fantastic Four?
Oh, do you want me to? I didn't know if you wanted me to.
Oh no, you can. I have nothing to say about it, but I know you
said
you watched
then
it.
I'll mention that.
So,
yeah,
Why not?
My son.
I don't want to be, Mr. Anti-Marvel all my own.
No, it's okay.
It was good,
listen, I wasn't going to watch it, not because I was against. I just, I only got so much time. But my son specifically approached me and was like, "Hey, can we watch Fantastic Four for like our once a week movie night?" And I was like, "Sure." And you know what? I thought that it was a really great '60s movie. I liked the way they did the family dynamic. I liked that they put it in kind of a retro 60s, 70s, whatever. I like the way they set it up, that they've been there for a while, and they seem to be the only heroes on Earth. The Mole Man is there already, and that they get into
alternate, what do you call it?
Yeah, and that they get into like an like high technology very quickly. They have an intergalactic spaceship. I thought that they did the power sets really well, which is that Mr. Fantastic's power was he could stretch, but really he was smart as fuck. I mean, and that was always kind of the thing in the comics. It's like, oh yeah, he can stretch, but it's the fact that he's fuck off brilliant. And the way they handled him at one point, there's a line that he says I actually thought was really well written, where he's talking about how Galactus wants their son, and his wife says to him, he's like, "But you've thought about it," and he says, "Yes, I thought about it." He goes, "That's my job." He goes, "I think about the terrible things." He's like, "I try to come up with every terrible scenario so I can make sure it doesn't happen." And I was like, yeah, I like that about the way they did Mr. Fantastic. So I thought they did great. I thought the team dynamic was good. I thought the way they set them up, it was like the right amount of cheesy, not too serious. I thought the way they handled Silver Surfer was really well done. I liked their Silver Surfer. Their Galactus was probably as close to a comics Galactus we're ever going to get. I thought it was a fun movie. The trick to it is just shut it off before the cutscene. when the movie ends and the credits roll, walk away. And then it's just a great standalone Fantastic Four movie that you can keep in your heart. Because Joe is very annoyed. You're very annoyed with the cutscene, right? Because you're like, that just fucking ruins it. That's what you said to me at one point.
Yeah, it annoys me because, much like Fallout, and maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe they, after Avengers, whatever, maybe they'll get sent back to their time and there will be more movies in this alternate timeline. And if so, I'd be all for it. But it feels like they're going to end up stuck in the main line thing.
Well, I think
terminally boring.
I think you are right. I think what they're going to do is they're going to cheese grate everything up, and then kind of like what was the Doctor Doom War of the Worlds thing they did, where Doctor Doom makes all the
Doom
different
Worlds or whatever.
Yeah, and then at the end the fantastic. Actually, what's interesting? Do you remember how Doom World ended in the comics?
Yeah, I remember most of it. Yeah.
So it was Reed Richards who fixed it.
Right.
And in the end, they disappeared. Like, the Fantastic Four were essentially running...
If they do more movies that are in this original world, I will be happy with it.
Yeah.
Because that's the best thing about it. Is this world they've set up where the Fantastic Four feels very... One of the problems...
Yeah.
That often comes up in the comics and in these movies is, all right, when they do the solo movies.
Yeah.
And it's Thor, and Asgard's under attack. Why don't you call your friends?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this all on your own? You know all these people. Why don't you call them? Hey, pick up the fucking phone.
With Batman. In Batman, you're like, doesn't Batman have friends? Like, isn't there a Justice League? Like,
well, okay, good example. Except that.
I know.
Except that. Batman is such a lunatic that he don't want nobody handling his shit but him.
I can do this on my own.
Well, not even need them. He's like, they won't do it right because Superman is a fucking wuss. And only I know how to handle this shit because he's going to try to talk to him. And all they understand is a boot up the asshole.
But, by the way, quick side note. You saw that the rumor that they're going to do the Court of Owls for the new Batman movie? The Batman movie?
Yeah, I did.
You know what?
Yeah, and immediately I thought of the game that we played.
You know what? No, I don't have a problem with that because I don't think he's going to let it be stupid.
I hope you're right.
I think if that guy does Matt Reeves, right? If Matt Reeves does the Court of Owls, he's going to keep it. He's going to turn it into like a mob thing. He's going to ground it into a reality and make it all about rich assholes. Yeah. I mean, there will be a hallucination sequence. There has to be because there's a whole drug thing. But beyond that, I think that it will be. I think that does work in the Matt Reeves universe of the Batman. But getting back to, yes, Batman is the type, you're right, who probably wouldn't call for help. But in the Marvel universe, yes. Why don't people call for help? Why doesn't Iron Man call for help?
Right.
Where was everybody during, was Iron Man 3? Right? Iron Man 3? Or 2?
Well, 2's the one where Whiplash attacks him, and 3's the one where he's stuck with the kid.
Yeah, where he loses the suit, right? Or something like that.
Yeah,
that's power. Yeah, so why, he gets help from War Machine. But okay, well, where's everybody else, man? Yes.
Whereas in Fantastic Four, as you said, in their original world, they appear to be the only ones.
It's just the four of them, yeah.
And that's what makes it great, because they're in this... And the world is so cool. It's such a neat world.
Yeah, they got flying cars, and there's the whole underverse.
It's the retro future thing that Fallout kind of does, except Fallout went into the shitter, and this world managed to handle it.
If it handled, yeah.
Yes, and it's great. So if they get stuck in the modern real world, who gives a fuck? It's just boring.
Well, I, personally, will just be happy that I have a Fantastic Four movie that was very enjoyable, that told a very good story, and had an ending. And here's the thing. You don't have to subscribe to their canon. You can stop the movie once the credits roll. Yeah. You don't have to watch the cutscenes. Fuck the cutscenes. They're a suggestion at best, right? And honestly, you know what? I don't mind the cutscene for another reason, though, that's different, too. Because Doctor Doom is the next step for them, right? And even in the... there's a sequence where she's talking to the UN, and there is there's a name tag for what is Doom's country? Latvia? Not Latvia.
Latvia.
Is it Latvia? Doom's country?
Or I think it's actually Latvia or something like that.
Yeah. By the way, so there was a spot for the emissaries from Doomland, and they weren't there. And for me, it's like, yeah, if you're doing the Fantastic Four like this, the next movie for me, right, would have been doing something with Doom, right? And the reason is because now that Franklin Richards has popped up on the radar as being something, right? If the only other person on the planet as smart as Reed Richards is Doctor Doom, don't you think Doctor Doom would suddenly take a profound interest in something like Franklin Richards? Even on like a scientific level? So for me, that stupid ending, that could almost just be a, hey guys, next time it's Doctor Doom. And it is, and the thing is, next time it is Doctor Doom, but they're doing their weird Marvel-verse version of it.
I was going to say, the problem is it's going to be the boring Doctor Doom.
I know that, but what I was saying is, because you can just take this movie as a standalone and just imagine that is a universe-specific Doctor Doom. You never see his face. Honestly, you don't see anything but a green cape. That's it. It's 2 fucking seconds.
Except like it isn't, because you know it isn't.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You can say that, right? And I agree today, that works. Except that they're going to do the Doomsday thing they're going to do in the main line, whatever. And actually, you know what? You're probably right, because I don't think the new Avengers movie is going to do the business they're going to want it to, which means they're going to have to do a reset on the whole universe, which means there probably won't be another Fantastic Four movie for a decade now.
Oh, I don't think there will.
It'll be a completely new team. Yeah,
I don't think there will.
You're right, because
in fact,
the shit is collapsing.
I think there's things about this movie that some mouth breathers probably didn't like. The fact that Mrs. Fantastic is fantastic, where she's part of the UN.
You mean that she opens her mouth and talks and doesn't just have a baby and shut up?
And she is the one that mostly pushes Galactus into the wormhole, the portal him out. Like, she is. That's the thing. She's always been the strongest, not the smartest, but the strongest member of the Fantastic Four.
Oh, of course. I mean, if you just think about her powers in a creative way.
Yeah, and they actually went and said, hey, let's go there. She is this powerful, and this is her child. She would go there. So, no, I think that the writing was fun. I enjoy the hell out of it. And the thing is, my headcanon is more important than Marvel's. And this is what I've come to realize now. We've had this many conversations about how people come in and their Batmans are not as good as what I want the Batman to be, and didn't they read all this Batman? And it's like, no. None of them have, and none of them care. Nobody gives a shit about your headcanon. So the thing is, don't give a shit about theirs. Plug everything into your version of events so that you can have the best version. So I have a really nice Fantastic Four movie with a Doctor Doom reference for 2 seconds at the end. That's fine. They'd already referenced him during the movie anyway, because he, the Latvarian or whatever, people weren't there.
Yeah.
But as a standalone movie, I enjoyed it, and it can be a standalone movie. Don't let the corporations dictate to you what something has to be. You can just sit there and go, you know what? This movie on its own is great. And then walk away. Because it is fun. It is good. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I like the haywire technology. I mean, it gets fucking... She gives birth in the spaceship in 0G while they're running from the Silver Surfer. I mean, it's just so haywire. Love it. Love haywire. So... yeah, I have no problem with it. It was enjoyable. It was fun. It's probably one of the best Fantastic Four movies I've ever seen. Don't need another one. They can reboot it in 20 years. But, I thought it was going to be weird, Pedro Pascal, because he's kind of fucking everywhere. But you know what? He really isn't, because you never see him in Mandalorian, as you like to point out. And he's got to do something, because, Mandalorian, tanked at the box office. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought everybody did their roles well. And you know what? I did enjoy the Chris, which Chris was that? When Chris whatever played
Chris Evans?
Human Torch. Was it Chris Evans? Yeah. When Chris Evans played Human Torch, I liked that version of Fantastic Four. I thought it was fun. Is it perfect? No. Not at all. But it was better than a lot of other versions. And you know what? We really need to watch that Fantastic Four movie that guy tried to make.
Oh. It's in the thing.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It's there.
No, I didn't. But I am curious.
Oh, it's in the box account. We will be watching.
I'm super curious now because I'm kind of like, what did you do? How did you fuck it up? Like, I've read how you fucked it up, but I'm at that point now where like I want to see what you did.
So, in fairness,
yeah,
they didn't really fuck it up because they weren't really they weren't really making a movie. That's the problem. The people involved thought they were making a movie, but they had no budget, and the only reason it was made was to maintain control of the IP.
No, not that version.
Oh, you mean the Josh Trank one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not watching that. No, you can watch that. I've seen clips of it. It's very 2000 garbage. It's not even that it's bad. It's
what he did wrong.
Boring.
Is it just that it's boring? Because
that's for me. I just looked at it like there is nothing that's interesting
dark
about
and it looks generic. Like I'm trying to figure out like
you've
what
seen
it is.
what Doctor Doom looks like, right? I mean, you've seen.
No,
that.
I haven't. Hold on, let me see.
Oh my god, look it up.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
If you look up Trank,
that's exactly what I wrote.
Fantastic for Doom.
Oh wow,
you'll see. Yeah.
It looks like a.
I
don't know his face.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Interesting.
I mean, the whole look is just.
It's like
dumb.
Yeah, it's like he's just burned metal.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. He's not really in a metal suit.
He is
per
metal.
se. He's in a metal mask.
Yeah,
that looks. It's just very. It's not even that it's bad. It's just completely nothing, which I guess is bad. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Doctor Doom should not be Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom should not be boring. He should not be stupid. Doctor Doom should be engaging, fascinating, and scary. A little bit scary.
Yeah.
Because it's a character who thinks he should be in charge, is brilliant, and can bridge magic and technology. That is some frightening shit right there. And when he is used appropriately in the comics...
Doom, done right, is a stunningly interesting character. Because he's not really a villain. He does villainous things for the best reason, which is the villain believes he's doing and not even to the people he rules over. He is seen by most of the people under his rule as harsh but fair.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
they enjoy very good living conditions under him.
The idea of like Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom, I don't even have a problem with that, because if they're going to play it like a Tony Stark who's basically gone like full, Doctor Doom fascist, where he's like, I'm right and I'm going to do. I mean, like, it's not impossible to think of a Tony Stark type becoming Doctor Doom, right? Where I don't have a problem with that. It's not the version of Doctor Doom that I grew up with, but it's a fascinating alternate world concept.
Well, okay. So as far as this goes, not that I'm going to see it no matter what. I have no interest. Short of it coming out and everyone agreeing that Marvel turned it around. This is it. They figured it out. They've got the formula. Bang. It's a tens all around. If that from every single person I see and trust as far as the reviews, I'm not saying it can't happen. But short of that.
I have children. Never just for that. I have a son.
No,
I'll end up saying
I understand. I'm saying that short of you telling me, no, this is a complete surprise.
It's amazing.
It is just a knockout. Yeah, you tell me that, I'll watch it. But so my interest in it is at zero already, because I just don't. The fatigue got me. Yeah. I've had as much superhero movie as I need, I think, for a while, at least of the stuff I see coming out, unless it's some kind of Dark Horse thing. I could be Dark Horse the comics, or Dark Horse meaning something I never thought of. Like, if they make a Maggot movie and it's an X-Men tale, I'll watch it. Because I love Maggot, and I wish that character was more featured in more things. Yes, I'm being serious. There's a character called Maggot. Go look him up. He's awesome. He's dead, but he's awesome. In any event, if they're doing it that it's Tony Stark who became Doom somehow...
Yeah.
I'm interested in how they do it. So when you tell me that, I'll be curious what your interpretation of that, or what you think their interpretation of that is. But that's not Doctor Doom.
No, it's not. It's a
Victor Von
version.
Doom is the one I want to see.
Yeah.
Right? And they're never going to make that one. Because the reality is, I mean, again, this would take some really creative balls, some willingness of a publisher, Disney meaning, to back a risky maneuver for a film. It would involve people having to think about challenging audience expectations of heroes and villains. Take a lot of things that are never going to happen right now. I'm not going to say not someday, because I read something that was actually a very, very reasonable hope that a Star Wars fan had. I was something on Reddit I was reading where they said, you know what, I'm actually very happy to see Star Wars failing this much, because it might mean that Disney will try to dump it. And Lucas's kids are in the entertainment industry. They could conceivably get the property back and then do things with it again and maybe do something better. So it's possible. But I mean, that's I think it's way down the line. We'll see. And that's very hopeful. And Disney's not going to sell it for $5. But anyway, along those lines, were they to do something where it's a Fantastic Four movie, but actually when you go and see it, it's really Doctor Doom's movie. And it's about the fact that they are almost villainous because they're trying to stop him from doing things that actually his people want him to do. Kind of along the lines that they did with the Black Adam stuff in 52.
Yeah.
Where Black Adam was seen by everybody else as this monster who was doing terrible things because he was very harsh. But then in the end, he was right. And it's like, well, what does that mean then? Because the things that all these heroes said were wrong were right. So, gray areas, which is where the interesting stuff is. But, so that's where I'm going back to. If Robert Downey Jr. is playing Tony Stark as Doctor Doom, well, I'm not going to say that they can't come up with something interesting there. That would actually be sort of a stealth way of doing the idea of, well, what happens when the good guy turns out to be evil? But you know it's not really going to be Tony Stark because he's dead. So it's going to be that they'll wave it away by being alternate Tony Stark. And so to me, that doesn't count. You have to make it meaningful. These things should be meaningful. And that's not anything they're interested in. So I'm not going to say it might not be an interesting version of Doctor Doom. It might be. But again, with Tony Stark, will they embrace all the mysticism and my mother was a witch and they're not going to do any of that stuff.
The magic part will be tough.
Yes,
but you never know. Honestly, you never know because they like doing it with Doctor Strange. So if they can find, I mean, honestly, it all comes down to the writing.
I'm not going to say there won't be any magic, but Tony Stark's mother wasn't a witch.
No.
Right? Okay. So unless they're going to make it that they give Tony Stark Von Doom's background instead of just having him be Victor Von Doom, or, I mean, actually a ballsy thing to do, which is so stupid it's genius, is to make it where, in fact, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Victor Von Doom, and he just happens to look exactly like Tony Stark.
Is it just, yeah.
Like, that's so dumb.
Isn't that what I mean? But they did that. They did that on Crisis on Infinite Earths, where the Atom and the Kingdom Come Superman look the same.
Right, they did, but that was a one-off thing. Now, to go even farther, if I somehow end up being correct, I know nothing, everybody. I know nothing. If I end up being correct about this, and this actually is the plot point, I will see it immediately. If Victor Von Doom, in desperation over his face being quote-unquote ruined, gets Tony Stark's body, cuts his face off, grafts it onto his own, and therefore looks like Tony Stark, but is Victor Von Doom, I will see that movie and sing its praises. I don't care how bad it is. Because if they were ballsy enough to do that, they will find no greater champion than the person whose voice you're hearing right now. That would make up for any other sins. And that's why I'm very confident in saying that's not what's happening. But if it's face-off via the Avengers, I'm fucking in. Because you know it ain't. That's all.
Takes the face off of him.
I mean, it's not outside of what Von Doom would do. Because he's got... The whole thing is he's like once... Unless they've changed it now. This is, of course, I haven't read anything with Dr. Doom in at least 20 years. But what was always said was that, in fact... The scarification on Doom's face is very, very small, but he was so vain that he burned his face with the mask to essentially bring about this disgrace that Reed Richards had done to him. Then, in fact, he had taken a minor piece of shrapnel to his cheek or something, and there was a little cut that would leave a small scar. And he went so overboard with it that he ran off, had them forge a mask, and while it was still cooling, put it on his face.
Yeah, I can't remember if he was massively vain beforehand.
Yes, no, he was. He was, and that's why he blamed Reed Richards for disfiguring him when in fact it was never that bad. And then he put the mask on his face while it was still red hot, which then burned his face, and still blamed Reed Richards because if not for the flight that had given him this small scar, he would never have made the mask, which then burned his face, which made him look attaboy or whatever. Yes, it's all out of Doom's vanity because again, they've probably changed it now, but the way I remember it being written was that he was basically ways by this point. They changed everything. That he had been kind of told by, his mother was a witch, this great destiny, you'll be the great hero of whatever. And, oh no, I got cut by a piece of glass on my cheek. You've ruined it, Reed Richards, you son of a bitch. And then he got a mask and burned his face. So, again, that's the version this is just talking about the 80s and 90s. We're well past that now. So I don't know what the fuck his background is today. I don't know if it's even still that his mother was a witch. They've probably changed that, but you know what? Let's see.
What's his current origin?
Dr. Doom.
Current origin.
Let's see what his current fucking story is. His name isn't Victor Von Doom still? Latveria is the country. Let's see. Okay, 80s and 90s. All right, here we go. Redefine. There it is. Oh, God. 2020s. He was the Sorcerer Supreme for a while.
I have a general from Marvel Entertainment, their general current thing on his, which is that he was a brilliant Latvian scientist and sorcerer, orphaned young after his mother's soul was claimed by a demon and his father froze to death fleeing a corrupt baron. Victor swore vengeance. He combined his mother's
I do remember
mystic
the mother's soul thing.
He combined his mother's mystic arts with advanced science and became the dictatorial monarch of his homeland to rule with an iron fist. That's the Marvel Entertainment comic version currently.
Oh, that's all it says?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's not getting into details beyond that.
Christ. Okay, here it is. As the absolute monarch of Latveria, Dr. Doom rules the country with an iron fist and frequently uses political power for his own personal benefit. That sounds familiar.
They really like that
reshaped the country in his own image. They sure do. Renaming, he frequently
his first name is
Doombots.
His first name is Victor. His middle name is Werner. Okay.
Yeah.
Werner Von Doom.
Wait, it's Victor Werner Von Doom. Okay, so his last name is Von Doom.
Is Von Doom, yeah. Werner's
okay, that's what I was going to say. They
Werner
changed the Von.
is my middle name, yeah.
Yeah. I do like this. Despite his infamous reputation as a supervillain, he has diplomatic immunity, which he does. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Though from the outside it seems tyrannical, it seems the Latverian people really do adore Doom, as shown with two of his apprentices. He's also known to harbor fugitive supervillains. Oh, that's... Okay. He renounced his rulership. Okay. Doom's primary weakness is his arrogance, which often blinds him to his own role in his own failures. He refuses to accept responsibility for the accident that scarred his face, instead blaming Reed Richards. While Doom typically views himself as superior, he occasionally listens to heroes like Mr. Fantastic when it benefits him. Even when allied with others, he often seeks personal gain, as when he attempted to steal Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet during a confrontation with the Titan. Yeah, that's I think there was a what if where Doom got it. Doom does adhere to his strict code of honor, keeping his word, but often interpreting promises in a self-serving way.
Isn't Doom World essentially the Infinity Gauntlet?
Was that what gave it to him? I thought it was the power cosmic. That wasn't the power cosmic?
I think he got the gauntlet, which is what gave him the power cosmic. Hold on.
Oh, maybe. Well, those are two different things.
Yeah, hold on.
The power cosmic is a different force. Doom World is the game. Nope, hold on. Where's Doom World? Okay, Jesus Christ. Doom World is a comic story. I just don't remember.
Yeah, neither do I.
Oh my God. Jesus, more people are interested in Doom World, the video game thing.
Yeah.
My God. One World Under Doom. Oh, that's when he was Sorcerer Supreme. That's something different, which is interesting. Oh my God. Is it really this hard to find information?
Yeah,
this is a huge event.
I can't. I found information.
Okay, got it. I got it.
Was it Battle World?
Battle World was a patchwork world made from the remnants of destroyed realities following the multiverse's collapse from incursions. It was created by Doctor Doom using the power of the Beyonders, which he had stolen via the Molecule Man. There's a fucking sentence that people who don't read comics will go, what? Doom ruled Battleworld for 8 years as God Emperor until it was destroyed when the Molecule Man gave the power of the Beyonders to... Who the fuck is the Molecule Man? I know who the Multiple Man is. Who the fuck is the Molecule Man? Okay, I'm looking at him. He looks stupid.
I was about to say, he looks stupid, doesn't he? Oh, yeah.
He looks really dumb. I mean, what is his power?
Hold on, I'm looking.
That's what I'm trying.
He is a classic character. He's created in 1963.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. Holy shit.
Hold on.
He's an immensely powerful entity, though his relative power controversial change alongside his related entity, the Beyonder. Okay, so he and the Beyonder are related. Once portrayed as one of the most powerful entities in the multiverse, surpassing even the cosmic entities, I assume they mean like Eternity and Entropy and all them, the only being capable of briefly staying up to the Beyonder, the Molecule Man later revealed that he and the Beyonder were not as powerful as they seemed. Okay, how the fuck does that work? But whatever. Oh, well, this is definitely a 60s character. His powers were gained through exposure to radiation.
Well, the wiki on him basically says...
Cosmic Cube, baby. That's where it came from.
Cosmic Cube? There you go.
Yep, that's where it came from. His experiment opened a pinhole and irradiated him with the energy that infuses a cosmic cube. Cosmic Cube is basically the precursor to the Infinity Gems. It really is.
Yes.
So the Beyonder is the Infinity Gauntlet before there was an Infinity Gauntlet. He's nigh omnipotent and nigh omniscient and nigh a character who can dress properly. Oh my God,
he's
he looks
got a
so
weird,
stupid.
like, quasi-cerebro thing on his head.
Okay, wait a second. The Molecule Man is a physically below average human being. Motherfucker, if you're a cosmic being, what does this matter? You don't have to throw a punch when you can tear reality in half. What are you talking about? He's a physically below average human. What the fuck does that even mean for a character like this?
It means that the women won't find him sexy. He's got a low sexy rating.
Oh, so he's an incel. Got it. Okay, you know what, though? I just found the funniest trivia about this character that does endear him a bit to me.
Yeah.
The Molecule Man used to employ a simple steel rod as a prop to help him focus his powers. He had a magic wand that was so lame, it was just a steel rod. He is an incel. Okay, got it. I mean, his real name's Owen Reese. Again, why would that matter to a character like... I guess that's how he started. He was originally... Wow, but he has a son, so not as incel as I thought. Huh. Wait a second. Okay, I'm finding... You know what? The trivia about this character is better than anything else about him. The Molecule Man does not understand technology, circuitry, or machinery very well. He could not create working plumbing for a bathroom. That sentence is on the official Marvel page for this character. He could not create working plumbing for a bathroom. Now, don't get me wrong. We have both bemoaned the lack of value for these trade skills.
You know what?
And,
hey, listen.
Yeah?
If you gave me the power cosmic, I don't necessarily know if I could make, like, dead-on plumbing. I could take a crack at it.
Oh, no, I could. I know how a toilet works.
I could probably. Yes, I could do that. But what I mean is like
that's plumbing.
Yeah, but that's just the toilet. Like, I mean, I'm talking about like the rest of the structure through the house, how they all connect to each other and then feed out. Like,
okay, well then I will state now with no hesitation, if you give me the power cosmic, I can make you a working sink, toilet, and shower with no issue.
You know what I could
simple.
do is I could make a super plumber to do it for me because I have the power cosmic.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there's a lack of creativity.
Yes. But the reality is, yes, you could. You could make, I'm not saying it would be a mansion level bathroom with wonderful fixtures, and I don't know how long it would hold up over time, but if I needed to generate a bathroom,
by the way,
I could do it with what I know.
If I have the power cosmic, what the fuck do I need with a bathroom? The shit will literally disappear.
Well, also, if you shit on the sidewalk, who's going to challenge you about it? So this is why I'm saying.
Well, yes, I mean, you're taking this in a different direction. One, you can make the shit disappear. Two, you could shit anywhere because when you have the power cosmic, the world is your bathroom.
Well, wouldn't I just reconfigure my stomach to extrude, I don't know, perfume?
Or Doritos,
Why do I even need to digest like a normal person anymore?
Yeah?
Couldn't I just absorb cosmic rays if I had the
honestly,
power cosmic?
This is the whole lack of creativity thing.
Do I need a shower? Can I just sonically cleanse myself by thinking about it? I agree. That's why I'm saying this sentence being on the official Marvel page for this character is baffling. Who is running this thing? The steel rod thing, I love. That's just great. That I'm sure people thought it was some kind of super weapon, and it's literally just a piece of steel because he's using it to focus, kind of like when Magneto sticks his hand out. It's not because his hand has the magnetic power. It's a way for him to mentally shoot it at something.
Yeah,
it's like a way for him to kind of focus it. And he's just using a steel rod. He could literally walk onto a construction site and have his thing anytime he wants. He can use a pencil. Gives a fuck. The steel's not doing nothing. So, yeah, and yet, right after the bathroom thing, he was able to recreate Mjolnir.
Well, there's no plumbing. Hey, listen, there's no plumbing in that hammer.
Yeah, but
that statement is
okay, but
true.
It's still a magic hammer. So, if you can do this stuff, what is your major malfunction?
The statement is true. You
can't
can't shit in Mjolnir, nor can you pee in Mjolnir. Mjolnir is not a bathroom.
Again, couldn't I reconfigure my colon to extrude Mjolnirs?
Oh my god!
Could I leave a line of Mjolnirs along the street?
Dung!
Literal shit hammers?
Dung!
Dunk! Dunk!
Oh, jeez, that sounds like a curse.
Only those who are worthy can lift my shit.
From now on, you will shit hammers. I mean, coming out of you is going to be bad, and then the noise when it hits the bowl.
I disagree. I think you could reconfigure the elasticity of your asshole to do whatever you want.
I know. I'm just saying, if you curse somebody to shit hammers and they didn't have the power,
they would die in 5 minutes. I mean, once it hits the colon, you're just destroying everything past the stomach.
No, I mean, if magically we could make them come out, like you could survive shitting. You know what? We could stop.
I suppose.
We could just stop. No, I'm having too much fun with it. We could just stop there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think through.
Noise.
It's an interesting form of torture.
The noise of you shitting hammers.
Yeah, clanking hammers. No, that's delightful. Apparently, he was also able to make Silver Surfer surfboards, so there's something else you could be leaving along the sidewalk. The dunk. Because you have the two sides. The first end comes out, and then when the other side comes out, the fin hits the ground. Dunk.
Oh, God. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's one curse I don't want.
Everybody shitting surfboards.
Oh, man, hammers, man. Fucking hammers.
But you have to love that they wrote, can't understand bathrooms, but can manifest Mjolnirs. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they put those two sentences next to each other. The proximity of that generates the idea.
Which kind of says to me that Mjolnir is less complicated than plumbing.
I mean, okay, outside of the enchantment, it is.
It's a hammer.
Well, okay. You need the molten dwarf star material to make it, but that's something you could get from melting it, and then you have to enchant it so that only that anybody who uses it becomes Thor. But the hammer itself is a mold. They have the mold. It's just tricky to actually make it. The materials, but the actual hammer itself is, all right, it's a hammer, like you said. It's just the idea that somebody with this level of ability, of access to power, and that just based on the next sentence, can think things into existence.
Power
can't just,
does not equate intelligence.
I completely agree, but based on the next sentence, again, what I am interrogating here, really, everybody, just so you know, is that the person who wrote this didn't really read it. Because what you are stating is incongruous across two sentences. You are in one sentence saying that this individual...
Honestly, the way I would explain it, right, is that he doesn't understand the need for it. That's the way I would post it, is he doesn't understand the need for something as basic as plumbing, because as a super being that he is, the idea of it makes no sense to him. You know what I mean? Like, if you pose it that way, where it's like, it's not that he doesn't understand it, it's that he's never had a need, so he looks at it going, well, what's the point? Because he's never, I wonder how long it's been since he's been any kind of mortal creature. He's been long enough at something that shit just don't make sense anymore.
Oh, well, of course. Yeah, it's just a strange pair of sentences, because the first one...
sounds like poor writing to me.
Well, would make you think that he has to understand how a thing works to manifest it, right?
Yeah.
You'd have to know what the parts are and how they connect to create it. But you can't possibly tell me that this being... you say it's just a hammer, right? But obviously it's not. You have to make the hammer, and they have to attach it to a handle, which is actually, of all the things, probably the one that you'd fuck up. All right, well, how do you get the handle to stay on unless you mold it as one thing? I don't actually know how Mjolnir's put together. And the surfboard, I don't think it's literally a surfboard painted silver. So if you don't know how it's made, how did he make those, yet he doesn't understand a toilet? You would think, well, no, he doesn't really make them. He imagines them and they come to being. Well, then imagine a toilet, and the power will do it.
Yeah, honestly, if
all I'm saying.
If you're imagining a bathroom with the power cosmic, really all you have to do is imagine a toilet, right? Because it's powerful, so it's cosmic.
Yes.
So when you shit and flush, the poop just disappears. There doesn't even need to be pipes. It's a magic toilet. Yeah.
Or your power cosmic
whatever,
is like Claude code, and it just codes a toilet. Because it knows what it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to. See? That's all I'm saying. What I'm really saying is, Marvel people, write better sentences.
That goes for everybody. Everybody, write better.
Oh, yeah. And this is me telling you this when I don't even always say words properly. So, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we are.
Just give me the essence of the thing, the juice, You shut the fuck up!
Thanks for killing my mom.
Yeah, no problem.
See, white girls bore me.
You can eat shit and die, Colonel.
I do want you to come.
Well, as Lando said almost 40 minutes ago, yes, we watched a couple of good movies this week. I don't think it matters what order we go on this, right? It really doesn't matter.
No, not at all.
So we can go chronologically on this.
Yeah, it's fine.
So for whatever reason, I decided to do two sequels this week. Neither of which, well, I know I hadn't seen the first one, and if I saw the second one, it had to be so long ago that I don't remember it. So I'm going to say, as far as my memory goes, I've never seen either of these, but there is a outside chance that I actually did see the second movie when I was younger and probably disregarded it because I did not have the affection for lesser films to the same degree I do today. But what we started with was Mortal Kombat 2. Not Mortal Kombat Annihilation, or I would have said that, which technically I guess is Mortal Kombat 2 for the 90s, but the new one. The new Mortal Kombat 2.
Which is what I
released from this
thought
year.
when I saw the listing. I thought
Yeah.
that's what we were watching.
No.
I was like, why are we
at some
watching
point-
Annihilation?
At some point, it might be fun to actually watch Annihilation because I do find that movie so bad that it is amusing. But that's not what we watched. No, we watched this chiefly because you and I are both fans of Carl Urban. We enjoy
Yep.
much of what he does.
Yep.
And I had read, and I think this is actually very, very accurate, that as long as if you recognize and ever played any of the original games, like the first 3, and remember the characters and just want to see them beat up on each other, you'll probably have a good time with this movie. And essentially, I would agree with that statement. If you ever played the original games and you like them, and all you need out of a movie is a couple of funny laughs and a bunch of gory fights between characters you recognize doing some of the moves they did from the video games, then this is perfectly fun. It's a very entertaining, disposable Mortal Kombat film, which is all I really need out of a Mortal Kombat film.
It was a lot of fun. This is the most fun I've had with Mortal Kombat. And in fact, I'll say, I think for me, this is the most fun a Mortal Kombat movie has ever been. Carl Urban was great. The way they used him in the movie, along with everybody else. You know what, like, I was genuinely sad when Jax was killed and the way he was killed. I was genuinely sad because, without me realizing it, they had endeared that character to me. This movie has actual fight sequences, not just like CG slop. People are actually fighting. The CG doesn't feel... I mean, it's janky at some point when they do these big cities, but like in the fights, they tried to keep it pretty tight. And the movie goes back really fast. 'Cause, how long is this movie? It's almost 2 hours long. It didn't feel 2 hours at all. It actually really blew by for me. So, yeah, it's weird. I enjoyed the fuck out of this. I thought it was a lot of fun. It didn't take itself too seriously. And even when, like, it kind of began to, fucking, what's his name? Who's the Australian guy? What's that
What,
guy's
Kano?
name? Kano would show up and just, I mean, he just potty mouthed his way through the fucking movie. He is the anti-C-3PO, I've come to realize. Because, like, C-3PO is like that dorky, like, oh, I'm going to make some sort of silly comment here. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Whereas, like, Kato would come in, and I'm not going to do an Australian accent, but Kato would come in and be like, God, you stink like fucking shit. What's wrong with you? Oh, you're fucking dead. Ah, God, that's shitty. Like, it's just, like, no filter, and the idea that he would then switch over from the bad guys to the good guys, mainly because he finally put 2 and 2 together, that there wouldn't be like bars and girls and booze and all the miserable shit that he likes to do wouldn't be there anymore, because all these dark realms are kind of shitty. And he was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to help the good guys. I love that. I love that kind of self-serving logic from a character. So, yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of it. And Carl Urban seems to be having a good time. It looks like he tried to do some of his special effects, like some of his fights. And, I wouldn't advise anyone to see it because the fights can get a bit gory. I think you said that the producers of this are Roland Emmerich and the guy who did Hostel.
The guy who did Saw.
Saw, there you go, yeah. And I think that is a good place for a good marker for where the violence in this is that, Roland Emmerich brings in the cheese, and then at some point or another, somebody gets their head caved in. And you don't see the head, but you do see the stain as he then pushes it into the acid. You know what I mean? So, like, it can be a bit gratuitous. That said, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. And it was interesting. I didn't even see the first Mortal Kombat, the reboot. Like, I haven't seen a Mortal Kombat movie, I think, probably since Annihilation. But I knew enough about it from the games and the other movies that I just kind of leaped into this one and was able to just write it out. I think every now and then I'd ask you a question and be like, who is that supposed to be? And then once I knew, I just ran with it. So, yeah, it's a fun movie. It didn't do well. Or was
Yeah,
it
it did well. No, it made money. It made money. As far as I know, it made money. Yeah, I think it. I think it. Let me see. I was just on the page for it. Let me see. I think it said that it made a good amount of money. I think it reviewed okay. Yeah, it's reviewed fairly well. I mean, this was never going to do well with critics. You already knew that. But
I mean, this is just a fun movie. It's not.
No, this is not a movie that's going to review well. You already know that. The budget was 80. It made 130. So yeah, it did well. It wasn't a $1 billion film, but
whatever.
I mean, that is enough that I believe there would be a third one. Let's put it that way. Because usually,
and that'll be the problem because it's the tone. The tone is right. So if they can maintain that tone, then yeah. But if they lose it, if they suddenly want to get serious, it's like no. It's like keep it loose, guys. Keep it loose.
Well, let me hold on. I want to look at something. All right, Mortal Kombat 1. Okay, so the first one, which was directed by the same person, written by, hold on.
Was it always produced by Emmerich and the Saw guy?
That's what I'm looking at right now. The James Wan, yes. Emmerich, no. So many of the same people were involved, but critically, the story writer is different. The screenplay also different. So the first one the budget was 55. It made 84.4. So that's not as much above as this one.
Yeah.
So it made enough that a sequel was done, but I think they must have realized that the tone was, they were trying to do much more serious the first one. Kano is the only funny element, really, in the first one. Kano is essentially the same guy. But everything else around him is much more serious. And the main character is a nobody. He was not in the games. They made him up. They killed him off in this one, thankfully. He was... the actor was fine, but it was a bad idea to go with a no-name. When this game literally has like 70 characters, and you picked nobody... It's not like there weren't normal people in Mortal Kombat. You could have attempted to do a good version of Stryker, who was, up until the first Mortal Kombat's Cole, the most boring character in all the canon. Now Cole is the worst, and Stryker's actually better.
Hold on.
And Stryker was a cop. You could have done the cop.
Oh my
he's
God! Yeah, Stryker.
Yeah, he's 90s cop with the backwards hat and the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
You could have done the classic cop, weird world, doesn't accept it, finds out he's son of whatever, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the path is so easy. And I guarantee you, everybody, nobody from the Mortal Kombat fandom would give a fuck if you changed Stryker's story. Nobody cares about Stryker. Nobody. At all. He sucks. But instead of even using him and trying to make him likable, they made up a guy named Cole, who's a UFC fighter, who doesn't know any... Anyway, first movie... Scorpion was great because it's what's his name? Hiroyuki Sanada. So that's fine because he's great. But the main character was Cole and he sucked. So I think they must have figured out from the feedback, hey guys, lighten the tone up and put more of the actual characters people want to see in. And make your main character somebody people will like. And that's exactly what they did. They don't need to do any more than that. In fact... They could really just do this movie again, and instead of it being Shao Kahn, who's now dead, spoilers, I guess, make it Shang Tsung again. Make him the main bad guy. He's still alive. He's still running around. So, I mean, you could do Quan Chi, but Quan Chi is kind of a goof. You're going to have to do some work to make him really scary. Where Shang Tsung, everybody, he was the best part of the original 95 Mortal Kombat. He would be the best part of this. Because Shang Tsung is a good character. And he's good even in these.
I think that actor passed away, though, didn't he? The guy who did the original one.
Oh, well, not the guy in this one, but the original one did, which is a shame. Because he was very, very good.
He was a good actor.
Very good. He's great. And he is, without even a doubt, he's the best part of that 95 movie. He is a delight to watch.
What's that guy's
I don't
name?
remember. He's got a name I should remember, but I don't.
Yeah, hold on. I want to find it. Because that guy was good.
I'll let you find it.
And that's the guy that I grew up with,
Your soul is mine. I mean, you can do all the lines. He's great. They even put his likeness as a skin for one of the Mortal Kombat movies.
His name was Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa. Kari
I knew I
Tagawa.
would screw up.
Yeah, and honestly, we've seen this guy. This guy was in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
Hold
He's
on.
great. He was in a lot of stuff.
He died last year in December.
Yeah, it was pretty recent. I remember that because,
God, yeah, he was in so much shit. I mean, if I'm just looking at his movie list. I mean, this guy was.
But this is the thing, right? Is when I think of Shang Tsung, I think of him, not.
And
I think of him.
He voiced the character in the last couple of Mortal Kombat games too.
Yes, he did. That's what I'm saying. He was into it because I think he understood that people identified him as the character. He was very good.
But I mean, he did that. He was in DuckTales. He was in Man in the High Castle. He was in the Lost in Space show.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, he was all over.
He did a lot of stuff.
He did voice work for World of Warcraft. I did not know that.
He was a legitimately good actor who defined a character that had already been defined in a video game and nobody cares. They're like, nope, he's it now.
Yeah, it's
him. Very hard for me to see anybody else as Shang Tsung.
God,
that's why people. I know that not everybody loves that '95 movie.
Oh no!
He's really the reason I do enjoy it.
That was the first Mortal Kombat that I ever watched. I mean, I played the game too, but I think this is a better movie. But it doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the first one.
Oh sure.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
listen,
no, this movie has
Christopher Lambert as Raiden.
That is very hard to stomach.
Is a very specific choice.
Oh boy, is he! I mean, you have to imagine they knew
and
what
he's
he was
having
doing.
such a good time doing it too, which makes it even worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But no, this current version is very good, and if the next one has the same feel, I'll watch that too. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Carl Urban is a lot to it. Like he has the way he plays that character very much helps carry the tone of the movie, because everybody else is in it except for him, who's kind of like, are you sure? I don't know. It feels like bullshit, you know. Like, you know, the skepticism of his character, you know. So
he does. He bails on it and gets sucked into it.
Yeah,
he's like, no, wrong, no. Good luck, bye. He just leaves.
Yeah, and then he even loses his own fight. Yeah,
right. So no, it's a very entertaining film.
They went after everybody too. Like, there's people who died in this that I was sure were fucking plot proof, you know.
Oh yeah, no, nobody is.
And then they ended on this whole "let's go get our people," and I'm like, where are you going? Are you guys attacking hell? Like, what's going on?
Well, that's the video games have done that so many times, and again, that's why I'm like, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. There is no permanence like comics. Mortal Kombat has no permanence. Liu Kang died, came back as a zombie, was evil, and then came back to normal. I mean, almost every character in the series at this point has died and come back. Actually, that's a good question. Let me see. Characters. Let's see. Who's died? Let's take a look at the people who have died.
That's a broad question.
Which Mortal Kombat characters have died and come back? Let's take a look. Okay. How Mortal Kombat characters return after being killed is an article that exists. Mortal Kombat is filled with sorcerers. Quan Chi is one of the strongest ones, which would make sense that he's responsible for many characters coming back to serve him as a revenant. Here we go. Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Jax, Jade, Katana, Sub-Zero, Smoke, Striker, Cabal, Nightwolf, and Sindel are all turned into Inhuman revenants by Quan Chi in one game. Out of those characters, 5 return in Mortal Kombat 10. Jax, Katana, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Sub-Zero. Despite all of them being canonically dead servants at the beginning of Mortal Kombat 10's story, similar to Scorpion, they each have costumes to make them appear as if they're alive. Jax, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion are the only characters who are properly, what a term to use, brought back to life in Mortal Kombat 10 thanks to Sonya Blade defeating Quan Chi, thus releasing them from his control. With Jax being revived early in the story, Jackie Briggs, who I believe is his daughter, is able to exist. Now we're getting into time paradoxes. Mortal Kombat 11 explores various timelines that some characters find themselves in returning from the dead, including Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, Sindel. While others such as Shao Kahn return through coming to the future from the past. While past Liu Kang does end up becoming the god of fire and thunder, his present self remains a remnant. The great Kun Lao, ancestor of cousins Liu Kang and regular Kun Lao, also returns in Fire God Liu Kang's epilogue upon rewinding time to that of the era of the ancient Mortal Kombat tournaments. And that's just the 2 paragraphs I read.
Oh, man.
Sorry, 3. Yeah. So, it doesn't fucking matter. So when you're like, where are they going to go? Who cares? It's fine. It doesn't matter.
As long as they have
I don't even know if they... I'm sure they've named... I think it's the Nether Realm, maybe? Is where the dead are?
Didn't they
Andy
go
asked
there
about
to
this. He
fight?
knows
To fight.
I think that's where they
Smoke?
fought Noob Saibot. Maybe.
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
Smoke. It's Noob Saibot.
Got it.
Yeah, they are different, even though they look exactly the same. Except one is always smoking, literally, and the other is not. Well, you know what? Let me make sure. I just assumed because he wasn't smoking that he was Noob Saibot. Let me see. Baihan Kunlao.
He wasn't just smoke.
Jesus Christ. Well, because if he was smoke, he should be smoking. As in giving off smoke, not on Marlboro Cools. Rest of cast, hold on. Does it not say? He's not credited? He was a main character. Where is he? Baihan. Wasn't he... Hold on. Where's the goddamn synopsis? Why did I do it this way?
Oh no, he's the guy who played Sub-Zero.
Yeah, you don't know. I know he is, but okay. Well, all right. I guess he's just undead Sub-Zero, even though I thought his duplicating power was a Noob Saibot power. So I think he's actually Noob Saibot, but they just didn't call him that. Hold on, let me see. Noob Saibot.
Because he's
take a look
undead.
at this. Noob Saibot. Oh, you know why? Noob Saibot is Sub-Zero. Yeah. Later as the Wraith Noob Saibot. So that's why Sub-Zero is in fact Noob Saibot when he's undead. So I was right. Okay, I was right. I just didn't realize there was a direct connection. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Baihan, also known as Sub-Zero and later as the Wraith Noob Saibot. So yes, it is not Smoke. Who the fuck is Smoke? Hold on a minute, Ben. Is Smoke just a guy?
The Mortal Kombat rabbit hole.
No, this is the kind of shit I love looking up and not just knowing offhand. Tomas Verbata is... Oh, yeah, he was... Oh, yeah, that's right, because he was in Mortal Kombat 11. That's right, he was. Thomas Verbata, better known as Smoke, is a Lin Kuei assassin in the fighting game series.
He's one of the original bunch. It was like him, Scorpion.
Well, he is, but back then, it's... Noob Saibot is the last names of the creators backwards. Ed Boon and I don't remember the guy's name, Tobias. They just reversed it. So he was a joke character. And then later they've now made him into a real thing. Yeah. He was a hidden character.
Oh, when it's just a fighting game.
Or sorry, Noob Saibot was the one that was reversed. Smoke was just a hidden character. He wasn't anything.
Come over
Jesus.
here. Yeah. I mean,
Smoke would not have his own storyline until in Mortal Kombat 3.
There you go.
A tortured human soul trapped in the body of a BMX cyborg. At least they didn't use those fucking costumes, which they did in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is one of the reasons I want to watch it.
Did they? Hold on one second.
Oh, yeah, look them up. Look up Mortal Kombat Annihilation Cyborgs. Look it up. Yep, there it is.
Oh, my
Oh,
God. They did.
Uh-huh. You thought I was kidding, did you?
Holy shit, that looks terrible.
Yep. It does. It certainly does.
Oh my God! Yeah, they almost look like bad Cylons.
That's what they are. I mean, the you know how we talk about movies where you sit there and go, why did they make these decisions?
Hold on, I'm looking at some of the clips too, like the forearm.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, we should probably see this.
We will. Oh, we will. Oh, we will.
Oh, I think they do the whole animality thing or something like that.
Yeah, I think they do. Yes, somebody turns into a dragon. I think Liu Kang might turn into a dragon.
Good.
And you know the guy who plays Shao Kahn in that movie, right?
No.
The bad guy from Cobra. The serial killer cultist from Cobra is Shao Kahn with he's just him. They don't even do anything with his voice. He's just walking around like that.
With horns.
With a dumb helmet on.
Okay.
Oh, it's so bad.
That said, Mortal Kombat 2 with Karl Urban is very good. Very
good. Yes, the opposite of Mortal Kombat. If Mortal Kombat Annihilation is smoke, then this is I don't know where that analogy is going. It's the good version. It's the good second Mortal Kombat movie. Ironically, wow, I didn't even think about this till just now. Ironically, the 95 Mortal Kombat is a better first Mortal Kombat than the 2022 Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat 2 from this year is a better sequel Mortal Kombat than Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Factor that one into your computer and watch the head explode. But that is absolutely correct. If you really want to watch these, watch the 95 Mortal Kombat, then watch this. Honestly, it won't matter. It's just that one will have much better effects. Otherwise, it's fine. But yeah. Interestingly, the 90s one had the first movie better. The 2020s one has the sequel better. And we'll see what the third one ends up being. I'm sure they'll make one. It made too much money. Hopefully everybody comes back and they keep the same people, because I do think they learned the lessons of what didn't work in the first one and improved it in this one, and this was a very entertaining movie. Whereas I would tell you, don't ever bother watching the first one. I don't think it's worth it. Number one, there's nothing in there that you missed. There's no Karl Urban, and it's not as good a movie. So I would recommend it to anybody who likes Mortal Kombat.
We'll see what happens.
If you don't care about the games or the characters, I don't know that it would work as well. Still entertaining, but there is a fun in seeing, like, Baraka was awesome. I did not expect that Johnny Cage and Baraka would be pals by the end of this fucking movie. And yet they are.
Yeah, they do it really well too. It's kind of organic.
Yes. and we're pretty sure Baraka's face is a prosthetic.
Yeah,
it didn't
or
look
some
CG.
prosthetic with assistance.
Yeah, they may have erased some things, but I don't think they animated it CG wise. I think they did it with it. You know what? Let's see that. MK2 Baraka's face. Let's see. Does it tell you how they did it? Baraka's blah blah blah. Do they say? Oh, behind the scenes. Here we go. Let's see. Oh wait, do they not?
You
show
spell Baraka.
how they animated it? Baraka. Okay, there's the makeup. I see them putting it on. Hold on. Are they going to show them in the actual thing? Oh, come on, assholes. You're not going to show the makeup? I know it looks... Oh, okay. I'm trying to see...
Nope, it is not a pure CG effect. It is primarily brought to
Okay,
life
that's what I
using
thought.
extensive practical makeup and prosthetics.
Oh, good. That's great, because it looks good.
But they did use CG and digital effects to enhance his features. And
Yeah,
to make it
so
look
they
more
probably
brutal.
smoothed some things out. That's fine. That's okay.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, there's
you know what they probably did? That because inside his mouth is black. So probably the guy's head was in there, and they probably digitized it out. That's okay.
there's a YouTube short.
Yeah, that
I know, you
YouTube
love
short
those.
is junk that I watched.
Of them putting the makeup on his face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one I watched faked like that's what it was, and it wasn't. So fuck
No,
you,
this-
whoever
yeah.
did that.
So
Right.
yeah,
Well,
it
anyway,
appears to be a
yeah.
CG effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a CG.
You mean practical
practical
with a little bit of
effect,
CG enhancement, which is fine because that's what the Predator thing was,
Yeah.
and we both thought that was good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Mortal Kombat 2, if you like Mortal Kombat, you'll like it. It's fun. It's not anything more than that, and honestly, I don't want it to be any more than that. The first one tried to be too serious, and it didn't work. So you know what? Stick with goofy video game stuff. I'm okay with that. It's fine. So yes, we both enjoyed that.
I like goofy video game shit. Yeah.
And it was, as I said, I didn't read anything about it, so I didn't know who lived or died. I was surprised at who did live and die. And I would be curious what a third one would be like. If it's the same people. If they change stuff, I don't know. I think you have to...
Well, they got to let it evolve, but we'll see what happens.
Well, and I would suspect that since it made more money this time with largely the same people, that they'll keep the team together. So hopefully. We followed that up. What year was this from? 80-something? Hold on. Or is it Deathstalker? Deathstalker 2 from 1987 was the movie that we watched after Mortal Kombat 2. And Deathstalker 2, much like Mortal Kombat, I would say that it is most geared towards people who like barbarian movies.
Here's the thing. It's not a good movie, but it is a fucking hilarious movie. All right, the lead of this movie, whose name I forgot. Oh, Deathstalker. That's his name. Fuck it. Whatever. The lead, Deathstalker, is a good-looking, fit guy who can act and he can be witty. So it's amusing because he's not the problem. You know, like you're totally fine with him. You know what I mean? I thought he was good. You know, I actually looked him up to see if he got to do any other movies. You know, like he evolved into any other roles. But the princess that they put him with is so wholly incapable of acting that even when she says his name, it sounds poorly done. She's just a truly awful actress. And like, I don't mean this in any kind of like, it's not even like, she's just bad at it. And I think that she has, it said that she had done like Penthouse or something before. And I feel like she must have done porn or something, because there's one point where they do a sex sequence. I remember we were laughing about it because we wanted it to be done as ham-handedly as she'd done everything else. But that was the one part of the movie where we were like, oh, she does actually know what she's doing here. Because I get the sense that she has done sex sequences before. But beyond that, yeah, she just was no good. And the thing is, beyond her, everybody else is better. They brought in this giant woman to do the cheesy wrestling sequence halfway through the movie, which, oh shit, all of a sudden there's like a traditional wrestling sequence in the woods. And the giant of a woman that they brought in was better in her role than the princess was. The effeminate, clearly gay sorcerer who was supposed to be interested in women, but I really thought he just wanted to get with Deathstalker. He was fantastically better than the princess. Yeah, it's just, but at no point was I irritated with the movie. I was overjoyed with its absurdity because she's so bad that it's just every time she opens her mouth, you just have a good time with it. So I couldn't dislike this film. Like it's just too heavy metal and too cheeseball and too silly and, you know, and not taking itself seriously at all, and it's just too much fucking fun. Like, I wish I could go back in time and give this movie to my like 13, 14-year-old self and be like, hey, watch this. Because this is exactly the type of movie I would have wanted to watch when I was that age. And I still think it's fun as fuck. So, but that princess, oh, she is so bad. Thoughts?
Yeah, so this is sort of a famous bad movie, largely because of the actress. Monique Gabrielle is her name. And yeah, she done Penthouse. From what I have seen, she did one adult film at some point, which I think was after this.
Okay.
But had done, photo shoots and everything else, and had acted in, this is not the only movie she's in.
No, I realized that she was the sexy woman in Bachelor Party. So if anyone who's seen Bachelor Party and loved it the way I did growing up, the Tom Hanks movie Bachelor Party, during the Bachelor Party, when they put Tom Hanks in the room to be with the sexy woman who takes her clothes off, and then Tom Hanks starts envisioning the heads of other people on her telling him not to do it, right? The sexy woman that comes in and takes her clothes off is the princess from this movie. And she's not doing much, so she does it really... I don't even think she has any lines. She does it really well, and she is good looking. She was a Penthouse playmate. But, she can't act.
So she had done, I'm just trying to see here. She did 64. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that's her. Yeah. She did 64 total movies.
She really? Wow.
Most of which are B movies.
Oh, okay.
And interestingly, according to what I've read, if this is correct, only the very last movie she ever did was an actual adult one. All the rest of them were either B movies or there were some adult ones where apparently she just kind of appeared in them but didn't actually do anything. So whatever you would... So Cinemax, I guess. And some of these are well-known B movies, like Airplane 2 she's in. Now, it doesn't sound like it's a named role. Bachelor Party, like you said.
Yeah. Bit roles.
Where was the other one? Death Stalker 2. Amazon Women on the Moon. The Return of Swamp Thing. Silk 2, which I saw her in. And... don't get me wrong, she does take a shower, and it's full nude, so I'm not a fool. I know part of the reason that they cast her. But she was not as bad in that as she is in this. This is, to the degree where it almost feels like, because this is dead center more or less of her career.
Like she was doing it on purpose. She was so bad.
If they told her this is supposed to be a comedic movie and that's what she thought comedy was,
and the thing is, she's playing two different roles too, and they're both equally bad.
Yeah.
So,
but it is extraordinary how bad she is to the movie's benefit. I will say, to the benefit. Yeah. And this is a classic case of, if you look at the cover art for this, done by legendary fantasy artist Boris Vallejo.
Oh, yeah, no.
What you see on that cover never occurs, right? Neither Deathstalker nor the Viking that's shown next to him, he's never in that little of clothing. Wielding an axe. She is not that jacked.
Not with an axe, but he does do the wrestling sequence in very little clothing.
Oh, yeah. But that's a wrestling ring. There are no goblins in the sky. This is a exact perfect example of the VHS box art was promising something this movie had no ability to deliver. What does make it work?
Yeah.
What makes it work is the lead is having a fucking blast, and I do honestly believe at times trying not to lose his mind laughing at the awfulness that he is acting against, because he has a perma-smile.
Yeah,
almost the whole movie.
There's sometimes where you really can't tell if he's just trying not to laugh at her delivery.
Oh, but it's great because he's clearly just having a good time, making a fun movie, being a woman's man. Like the women are all over him, and he's just able to act like a jackass barbarian, and that's his role, which he's good at. He's great in the role. Like that's perfectly cast for what this movie's doing. And then she is just so out of her depth that it is shocking. And then once you just kind of accept it, it makes her performance so funny. On purpose or not, I don't know. And then the main bad guy, as Lando said, feels like a John Waters character. If John Waters had played him, it's the only way he could have done it better. It would have been beautiful. The evil woman, whose name escapes me now, Sultana, that's right.
Oh, the
Lando
mercenary.
said has a head that doesn't match her body.
Oh yeah, it's really weird because she's, you know, this is a situation where her face and her body seem to be aging at a different like.
Yeah, it's strange.
So she's from the neck down, she's like, you know, playboy playmate. From the neck up, she's like 40s mom. You know. So
yeah,
it's
well,
like
I was gonna say it does look like she's a 40-something-year-old head on a 20-year-old body.
Yeah, and her acting. Listen, her acting is passable, though not great.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, any woman in this film who is not Rena the Seer,
you know what? Listen, the
is elevated.
So they filmed the movie in Argentina, and they hired this Argentinian actress to play one of the bit roles, and she has a pretty high billing in it, right? She didn't speak English, apparently. So
the head of the Amazons, right?
Yeah. So the non-English...
She's doing a better job than Rena the Seer.
The non-English speaker was better at emoting than the native English speaker.
Oh, yeah. By far.
Yeah. So,
By far. I stand by my statement. Every female performer, including the wrestler, is better in this movie than Rena the Seer in terms of convincing me that they are playing a part.
You know, and the funny part is I was
Seer.
so hoping she wasn't going to be the lead. Like, I was so hoping that, like, she was just a side thing and then she was going to fuck off.
No,
but when I realized, I was like, oh, no. It was like, she's the lead female.
Oh, yes, is my response.
Yeah.
Because I think that helps out Deathstalker. Because you do then get to a point where you genuinely don't know whether he is just trying not to erupt in laughter at what he is acting against.
Yeah.
And that just charms me. Because they had to know that immediately. And at some point you go, all right, I'm just rolling with this. Whatever. We'll have a good time. And it's a fun movie. It's a goof. As long as you're okay with it being a goof and you don't think it's trying to be serious. You know, this is not Beastmaster. Beastmaster is a low-budget, serious fantasy film.
And it's done pretty well.
I was just going to say, that's done very well. This is a low-budget fantasy film that isn't even trying to be that good.
No, it's
There
fun.
is a point, you laughed when they walked into the bar with the stripper. I'm using air quotes around all these words.
Oh my God,
it looks like a high school play.
I think I said to you something along the lines of like, "Oh, this is pretty bad Ren Fair shit right here."
Yes, it is unacceptable as anything other than a joke. And again, if the leads were doing a really serious movie, it would break the whole thing. If this thing was being taken very seriously, it could not possibly survive even the most minute scrutiny. Because you can see the foam in the walls. They literally push up against the walls and they bend. Now, if you're going to give me a serious movie where the walls bend, and this isn't reality warping, I cannot take your movie seriously. You have lost me. But if it's a goof, I mean, this is not a joke when I say this. And I don't even say this as a criticism because you would agree. We had a good time with this movie. So this is not to say.
Okay. No. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Okay. You would not have to go very far to make this into a airplane level parody of Conan. It would not have taken much. It doesn't exist as that right here. But you would have just had to do a couple of more obvious jokes, and I guess bring in Lloyd Bridges, and then you'd have it. Like you would have a movie that would be seen as a parody, a straight parody. Yeah. As it is endearingly amateur. Because it's very clear from most of the actors and the way they're performing that they know what they're in. In one case, the actor has no idea and is just trying too hard to be funny. I don't know. No explanation. But like you said, the main bad guy who is so over the top and flamboyant that I don't know what the character's orientation was supposed to be.
No, but
he's
so
feels
sassy
like,
though. Yeah.
It feels like the actor was making a decision.
Yeah, oh yeah.
To play the character a certain way. And that actor has been in other stuff that is more serious, including Scorpion, which I saw, and I remember him in, and he was good. Apparently, he was also in an adult film at some point, and didn't do any sex scenes. So there's that too happening in here. But he was, that guy was a real martial artist and fencing a fencer, I guess you call him.
The sorcerer?
The evil sorcerer, the Jarek,
Oh shit!
And was a veteran Shakespearean stage actor. Shit you not.
Honestly, that doesn't surprise me. The way with his delivery.
But see, what I'm saying is this feels like a decision to play the character a certain way,
which is this weird, hard sass,
flamboyantly bored.
Yeah,
he is enthusiastically over this whole thing. Not the movie, the story that he's in.
Yes.
He's just like, I'll kill him. It's just great. And like every scene where he shows up, he's like, oh God, am I talking to you now? That's how he opens almost everything he appears in. It's like, oh God, what now? What?
Yeah,
again,
and like
similar,
he's supposed to be.
You know what he reminded me of?
Yeah.
I thought of Dom DeLuise in History of the World Part 1 playing the gay Roman emperor. It's the same energy.
He's supposed to be interested in the evil princess, but he almost feels like she's more of a pet. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
because he only wants the power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's making out with the other woman when evil Rena sees him.
Yeah.
And does her jealous face where she just kind of knits her eyebrows together really tight. And like shakes her fist.
Yeah, I think didn't you read a description that said something like the actress here is trying really hard to use her eyebrows to communicate everything?
Yes, most people think that she's trying to do a lot of face acting, which is a thing, and it almost never works.
Well, she's face acting of
I mean, she's trying. She's trying something. I don't know what it is, but she's trying. But yeah, it's a very entertaining movie because of its defects. Whereas again, I think if everybody was doing it seriously, it wouldn't work. It would be too.
It could become bad then, but the fact that they're having fun with it makes it good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
But who I would tell to watch this, that's a whole other matter.
It's a weird movie to try to recommend because I don't think it.
You gotta like your B movies,
but it's not awful.
It's good for the B movie crowd.
Well, that's what I mean about it's. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to say it, because I don't even know if I'm being a bit generous.
Yes. Oh, generous.
I guess is the word. But objective.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's. I don't think it's that it's a bad movie, meaning the story's perfectly serviceable, very familiar, but it's not awful and nonsensical. It's straightforward. Paint by numbers, barbarian story. Right? Nothing you and I haven't seen a bunch of times, but not... It makes sense. You can follow it. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end, right?
Oh, it makes total sense, yeah.
So storytelling-wise, it's serviceable. It's a copy, but it's serviceable. So we can't... I can't really knock the writing because it's just paint by numbers, but it's not bad. Acting-wise, many of the people in the film are serviceable to good. Nobody's great. We have one terrible one, but terrible in a way that works. This is the best way I can say.
I felt that the lead was pretty good for a B movie.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say it. Serviceable to good. Serviceable to good, except for Rena, who is mesmerizingly awful.
Yeah. Her delivery is just...
It is so tremendous. And this is, again, where if everybody was that bad, it would be unwatchable. But because it's just her, and she's acting across the space from a guy who is either trying not to laugh in her face and being kind about it, or is just having a blast and doesn't give a shit what else is going on, it makes it work because it doesn't look like anybody's miserable. And that's one thing. It's like, I don't really care if a movie feels like it's having fun. It will alleviate a lot of problems for me. And this movie does have that energy of, hey, everybody's having a goof on this, right? I mean, everybody knows what they're in, except for one person. And she's so oblivious, it's making it work. So it's
honestly,
okay.
And the thing that makes it work really, really well is that they do the cutscenes. They do the screw-ups in the credits.
Oh, yes.
And that
is a huge positive.
That elevates it even beyond, because the last
the
last one
yes, it does.
that they end on is her doing her sexy face during a sex sequence, and then somebody basically laughing at her.
And everybody's laughing. Apparently the background of that scene is that she was on top of the cameraman who was struggling to hold the camera. So they were really laughing at how much he was struggling at something that in any other situation he'd be having a good time with.
Yeah.
But he could not enjoy her boobs because he was trying not to get crushed under his own camera.
Yeah, and they were laughing.
So they were laughing.
And then she goes, and she looks at everybody and she goes, "Oh, come on, stop laughing.
Stop laughing."
And then they cut it right there.
Yeah, yes. It's great. So again, there's an energy to this movie where it feels like it's having a good time and that they were aware of what they were making. So is it a good movie? No. Would I call it a bad movie?
No, it was a fun movie.
It's a fun, low-budget Conan ripoff.
Yeah.
It's that simple. There's actually a point, just to illustrate it really clearly, because I told Lando this. I'm not going to watch the first Deathstalker. It's too rapey. I have no interest in that. And that's one thing that this movie actively avoids. There's a part where you almost think somebody's going to be assaulted and it gets stopped immediately. So, whereas the first movie did lots of stuff that is awful, and I won't watch it. But they did actually reuse Pigman makeup scenes from the first movie because they were so much better than the Pigmen in this one. And while I understand why they would reuse it because it was good makeup, the problem is then you see this movie's version of the Pigmen, and it's pig masks on muscle men. Their outfits at times, we both said, Deathstalker has the best outfit in the whole thing. His outfit is good. The guys he's fighting in the opening look like they're wearing basically gym clothing, almost, with capes. It is so bad that, again, you just kind of smile at it because you go, they didn't even try to cover this up. They used a high school level set. They created a good outfit for Deathstalker, and everybody else, no.
Yeah, he probably said, this is the most important costume. Let's just get this one right, and everything else will fall
And they were right. Because it's good.
Yeah.
And I will give John Turleski, the Deathstalker actor, credit because he did a lot of his own stunts, including the wrestling scene, because the wrestling woman was a real Glow wrestler. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, if you don't know what Glow is.
Yeah, and she had a name, too, and she's listed under it.
Queen Kong. She was also a roller derby woman for many years.
Man,
so this is a person who had physical capability. And there's a point where she picks him up and throws him down, and it's him because you can see his face. And I'm sure it was a wrestling thing where it probably did have some give.
Yeah.
But they didn't throw him on a mat because you could see him hit the fucking surface. And he was bruised, and so was she. You could see the marks on them. So when stuff like that's happening, I give movies far more latitude. They were having a good time making a goof, but they also had to do the work. That guy got thrown the fuck around by somebody.
Its sense of humor is consistent. Deathstalker wants to do the right thing, but he also doesn't want to get tied down needlessly. So when he gets the really hot Amazon girl and she starts talking about how they're going to be married, he's the first one out the door.
Yep. Runs out. Literally runs out on her. Yep.
And you know what? He sleeps with the evil princess. I love that he shows up and he's like, yeah, okay. So its humor is consistent. It's juvenile. It's fun.
And then when Rena shows up and is like, how could you do that? He's like, because she was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. And she's like, oh.
And she's a clone. And she's a clone of
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that would not actually work in actual life. Come on.
He just said I was beautiful. Except the way she says it is like, he just said I was beautiful. You're like, it's just so bad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
You said they made 4 of these? You said?
I believe there are 4 total. There. Let's see. How many Deathstalker films are there? Deathstalker.
Yeah, I mean the big question is, did they get any better, or were they able to maintain?
Unfortunately, the third one does not star John Terlesky again, which is a shame.
Oh, okay.
Was there a 4th? I believe there was a 4th one. Where is it? It is the 3rd installment in the series. Okay, well, how many were there? Okay, Deathstalker 4, Match of the Titans, was 1990. Then they did a remake in 2025, which is supposed to be funny.
So he doesn't come back in any of them, though?
No. None of these actors, or none of the main ones ever return. So...
whatever, he did good.
I lied, he was good. Yeah.
So
I don't know that I need to watch any of the other ones. I know I don't want to watch the first one.
Either way, it was a good movie week.
Yes. I like you said, if you're a B-movie fan or you want to watch a fun Conan ripoff, then Deathstalker 2 is a good time. It just is. I don't know how else you describe it. It's a good time for a ripoff Conan movie, of which there were many. And there were certainly far worse. I've watched Italian versions that are far more boring than this fucking thing was. Trust me when I tell you. And it is easily found on YouTube to watch in its entirety. So you can watch it for free. In many different languages, as a matter of fact. I see one here in Russian, Espanol. I'm sure there's many others.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I for the B-movie connoisseur, it is worth watching because it is entertaining, even as it is not all that good. But I would not call it a bad movie. I would call it a delightfully junky barbarian film. But yes, both movies, no regrets. Nice,
yeah,
yeah. We had a good time with both, of very different qualities. Absolutely. But both worth seeing. Even with Mortal Kombat, I would say, would I tell just anybody to watch that? No, like you said, it's geared towards Mortal Kombat people who will have a good time.
It's a little too brutal for some people.
Yes,
and if you have a little bit of the backstory of Mortal Kombat, it's way better.
Well, and that would actually be, to me, the interesting part is, without having seen the first movie or knowing Mortal Kombat, would this movie be at all watchable? I don't think it would. I think you have to, at least, if you didn't even see the first movie. And I don't think you'd see the first movie if you didn't know Mortal Kombat. Without any knowledge, I feel like it would come off as ridiculous. I don't know how else to put it. Because Johnny Cage, if you don't know the character, could be seen as a real dick. He's funny, but he does seem kind of like a jerk. Because they kind of, I do feel like Mortal Kombat leans on you to know a little bit about the things, so you kind of know who Johnny Cage is. You don't have to get completely trained on him. And in a similar vein, Deathstalker, if you don't know barbarian movies, I don't know if it's as funny.
Well, if you've never watched a fantasy movie, then no, it's
not
as amusing.
Yeah, won't work as well. So, for the right audiences, these are both a blast. We enjoyed both of them. Mortal Kombat 2 is the one that is going to be tougher to watch for free. But Deathstalker is easily found. And both are worth seeing. If you saw Mortal Kombat 2 and you don't know the video games, I would be curious what you thought. Let me know. Deathstalker 2, you don't have to tell me. You're going to have a good time. It's junk. It's you just had a long day and you just want McDonald's, even though you know it's liquid shit in your veins. But it's going to taste good for that 5 minutes you're eating it. That's Deathstalker 2. Nothing all that healthy about it in terms of quality, but it's going to be a fun meal while you're eating it. So,
Yeah.
On that note, whatever you consume this weekend, have a good time doing it, and we will most likely be back again next week. Visit OzoneNightmare.com to subscribe to new episodes or to browse through our back catalog. Email questions or comments to ozonenightmare@gmail.com. If you'd like to support the show, visit supportourshow.com and select whatever option works best for you. The opening theme for the show is provided by Heartbeat Hero. The closing theme is provided by Ogre. Please visit and support these artists using the links in the show notes for each episode.